Hello, cuties. Can you hear me? If you can hear me, please put a 1 in the chat for me. I'm going to go grab some water. We got a lot to talk about. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Let me grab some water.
Don't try to fight the feeling, 'cause the thought alone is killing me right now. Thank God for mom and dad for sticking to us together, 'cause we don't know
Okay, I am back. Let me scroll down to see if I see any ones. Yes. Jean Turner. Kimmy Jane Super. Thank you for putting ones in the chat, guys. Let me go up and say my hellos. Right now, we have 163 people watching. Please hit the like on your way in, guys. I would appreciate it. To my members, the Cutie crew, thank you guys for being here. And let me get this other device ready, because you guys know I'm mod for myself right now. I got a couple people in mind. Okay, let me see. All right, I may be good on that device. So I'm going to go up. Regina Ashby, thank you so much for joining me. Stephanie, Mildred, Tanya, Bevy, Cutie crew member, Cheryl Howard, Linda Gamble, Ruthie Green. Thank you for joining me, Ruthie. Stephanie, thank you for joining me. Monica Taylor, good evening. Lisa Bell, good evening. Linda Gamble is in the house. Jay Mooten, hello. Cheryl Love, hello. Robin Davis, Cutie crew member, good evening to you as well. Deborah Jackson, Cutie crew member, good evening. Members, don't forget we have our live schedule for this coming Thursday. I am not going to schedule a live after that, so we can really just kick it. Cheryl Howard. Hey, Cheryl. Hello, God's favor. Hi, Angela. Hey, Yvette. Gigi. Hello. Karma Girl, good evening. Angela Cuff, good evening. Yvette, good evening. Marva. Oh, I got it good that time. Hey, Marva. Good evening. Debbie Joyner, good evening. VG, good evening. All right. Laverne 63, hello. Cheryl D, hello. There goes my Rue. Hey, Rue. Hey, Gigi. Miss Z, me and Miss Z just had us a little debate going back and forth. And maybe I did misquote that or say that incorrectly, Miss Z. Narcissistic tendencies is what I believe Candy Burris has. Thank you, Linda Gamble. Hey, Tennessee girl. Makita, Cutie crew member. Karma girl, Cutie crew member. Hi, Plum. Hey, Gloria, Cutie crew member. Andrea Zone, ZZ's. Hey, ZZ's. Deborah Jackson, Ladale, Paulette, Terry, Tay B, C. Lewis, Stacy Horton, Gemini, Kimmy Jane. Again, my members, Kimmy Jane and Juan Davis. Hello, hello. Thank you, Tennessee girl. I thought I would let you guys see a face with a voice. And I'm still taking baby steps. I'm coming live, but I'll be coming live for sure once the season starts. Probably before. We shall see. Hello, Special K. Hello, Sunshine. Sheila Wright, good evening. Joyce Dunlap, Miss Sheree. Debbie Bunton, hey. Rare Sunshine. I like that. I love like sunsets and all that good stuff. My camera is filled with them. All right. Hello, Charmaine. Lisa, Ghostin. I'm sorry, Lisa. Cutie crew member. Hello. Christina Miller. Cutie crew members. I'm coming up with something where we'll have a trivia cash game this Thursday. We'll come up with something and see. Christina Miller. Hello. Robin Love. Liz. Hey, Megan. Hello, Cricket. Cutie crew member. Beautiful by Lynn. Hey. All right, guys, we're getting down to the end so we can start talking. Anita, hello. Bad Apple in the house. Leah's grandma, hello. Christina, hello. Gloria, hello again. Gigi, beautiful by Lynn. Q45 lady. Is that the Infinity? That's one of my favorite trucks. So, Laura, hello. Thank you. I'm going back to my regular avatar after tonight. I don't want to see myself. Hey, Jodeci. Cutie crew member. Casey, hello. Tawana, cutie crew member. Cheryl McLean. Hello, hello, hello. Paulette Scott. Yes, you see my face. Now I know for sure you're not Melanie Camacho. Who is that? There's Miss J. Miss J better not be driving. Oh my goodness, Miss J. What's up with that that avatar? No texting, commenting and driving, Miss J. Good life, hello. Cheryl Canada, good evening, cutie crew member. Keisha Bless, Sasha Welch, Sonia Ray, Daphne Thomas, cutie crew member. Andrea Jones, you too cute, cutie crew member. Tanya B, thank you, Gigi. Hey, Crystal, Carolyn Jordan, Donna Colley, Janice Jones, Beverly Childs, Jertina. Hello, hello. Hey, Miss J. Phyllis McDonald, thank you. All of my cuties, all of you guys are beautiful, but thank you, thank you, thank you. There is my Hannah Grace. Hey, Hannah. Thank you, Lisa. Drop the Mic is in the house. If you guys are not subscribed to Drop the Mic, make sure you hit subscribe. She has some excellent content. Thank you for joining me, sis. Hey, Audrey. Hey, Kim. All right, guys, we are almost there. Hey, Charlene, cutie crew member. All right, guys, let's see. I got a couple more. Cassandra White, Keisha Bless, Scorpio, a.k.a. Denise Ramsey, cutie crew member. All right, all right, all right. So, guys, we are going to get started. Hello, live, laugh, love. Somebody's mama is in the house. Hey, cutie crew member. Hey, Robin. Yes, we can definitely debate. No hard feelings at all. We all have personal opinions. And, as long as everything is respectful, you know, I don't mind at all. All right, guys. Well, it is 380 people watching. Thank you guys so much for joining me. And I had a whole list of stuff, but due to the last video that I released, hey, reasons and why. Betty Boop, hello. Jewy Bell, hello. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Annette, hello. Sabrina, hello. I see a lot of new names. Thank you guys so much for joining me. And I'm not sure if I have this live on subscribers only, but no big deal. Who said that? You know I love that name. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for being a Cutie Crew member. So, guys, what do you guys think about the latest? And I'm looking on my other device. I see Pretty Brown Eyes. Hey, Pretty Brown Eyes. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I don't feel it today. I just got finished eating a salad with extra roasted garlic. And thank God you guys can't smell my breath because it's a hot mess. No, Jay. Hey, Tay baby. Oh, thank you. Jay, I want to see my little logo. I updated it and, I do have the option to switch it on and off. So we shall see. Thank you again, Linda Gamble. Thank you to everyone who's joined me. 429 watching, 207 likes. Please get the likes up, guys. If you are in the bushes, please just click the like. It is free. Hey, Victoria. I see, Miss J. You a mess. You and Tawana. Let me find Tawana and see who she got this week. You all be changing those pictures. But what do you guys think? I'm not sure if you saw my latest video, but like I mentioned, unfortunately, we all know the schedule of Mel and Martell. And I don't know if that's a good or bad thing, but we love and Marriage Huntsville. We love Mel, so we know all things related when it comes to them. And last week, you guys know what allegedly went down. And you also know that in that video, when Martell went live with Coleslaw, he stated, and I will have my kids Monday. That was last Monday. And if you follow Mel on Instagram, you will know that Mel had the kids last week. So there were a couple of you guys who felt like Mel had the kids because she's on tour and they probably switched weeks. Now, I don't see Mel having that type of relationship with Mr. Martell because especially with the ongoing custody battle, that's more reason for him to go in front of the judge and say, look, she couldn't even watch him this week because she's too busy. She's too busy. We know we've heard him say that. So they were with her last week. And according to Mel's story this afternoon, I took it as, hello, anonymous. I took it as she still got those babies this week. Now, I'm going to try, let me see if I could do this. I'm going to try to go back and, okay, I think I can do it this way. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm going to open this to a new window. I'm going to go to that video that I made last week when I asked, is there an emergency order against Martell Holt? Now, the only thing with this, let me do it on another phone, guys, because I think it may give me an echo either way. I could play it from my, let me play it from my phone. Give me 1 second because I just want you guys to hear that again. So let me find it. Here it is. Here it is. And I'm going to scroll through this video and then I'm going to play the audio. Let's see. But while I'm scrolling through, I see when Mel posted when they went to Dave & Buster's last week. We also know that Mel mentioned Tank's baseball practice last week. Mel also went to tennis with the kids. And then she also stated that she was ready for spring break. She was trying to get everything done by Tuesday so she can vacay the babies. So let's see. She also let us know that Boss Baby had just woke up one day last week. And yeah, for me, that means she had those kids. So let me see if I got this queued up right in the right spot. Give me 1 second. Let's see, guys.
I got my kids yesterday.
Listen.
I'm about to go get them right now. When I get them, my 7 days on Monday. I'm about to go get them right now. When I get them, my 7 days on Monday. I'm about to go get them right now. And I get them, my 7 days on Monday.
All right, guys. So that was the replay. We know that that was Martell last Saturday. And in his own words, he said, and I'm getting them my 7 days on Monday, which would have been last Monday. So everything is alleged. We all know the rumors that's been going around as far as what we feel like happened. What a lot of people, some people, basically allegedly have confirmed. And again, that's alleged. I don't know. I didn't confirm anything, but we know that there were rumors around that they were sort of being held for a cool down or whatever the case may be. And allegedly they were released early Saturday morning. So something ain't right, guys. So I'm scrolling through the comments. Oh, Tang, you don't think he went and got him that Saturday? Me either. Give me 1 second. Let me sip some water. I don't think so either, because if something happened, I do believe that Mel would have been on the case right away. If something happened late Friday night, early Saturday morning, and he said that he was taking the girls to a concert that afternoon, I'm sure that was blocked. So we shall see. Stephanie, you say, I love it when Marcus came on first and Melody co-signed that the children were with them. They sure did. We also know that Mel came on live with those sunglasses on. Sunglasses on in the house. So, you know, you have to look closely or just be able to read in between the lines when it comes to Mel. You know, she's not going to come out and say anything directly, and I don't blame her. But like I said, we know that Mel has a strong fan base. And like Maritha said in my comments on the video that I released a couple hours ago, Maritha said Mel said a lot without saying a word. You think so? All right. Let's read some comments, guys. And then we have so much more to talk about. We got this big debacle, and we'll do that when the panel joins, with this whole Tamar, Candy, Burris, SWV, and now Miss Nene Leaks has joined in. Okay, so you put that ban, and I know what you mean, stay lying. We knew he was lying because Marcus had the Eminem kids that Friday, and he said he had them. Oh, was it Friday that Marcus had the kids? No, I think he said he was going to, did he say Washington, D.C.? I don't, did he say Alabama? I'm going to have to check into that. I agree, Cheryl. Yes, he is. Hey, Simone. So let's read some comments, guys. It looks like it, reader. And we know why he didn't, well, allegedly, and I'm not going to mention it, but we know what that was about. And this one may be different. If there is an emergency order, it's not good for him in the middle of a custody case. When that happened, they were just doing their own thing, I believe. So, they weren't involved in court or anything like that. But I think that that's something that Mel decided to do because of what he did allegedly. Yes, they have casino rules. I absolutely agree. And again, I'm just going by his own words. His own words said he would have those kids last Monday. Here it is this Monday, and the kids are still with their mother. Melody said that the millimeters are very smart, critical thinkers. That's why Martell been missing since the incident. Everybody has been wondering, where is old Marty? Martell did make a post on Facebook a couple days ago. He didn't say anything. It was just a repost of the rapper Glorilla. I guess she is or was in Huntsville this weekend performing. And he reposted that. So that shows he's still around. Okay, Pretty Brown Eyes. You say Marcus posted the kids the time that hotel said, oh, wow. Okay. So was that Saturday or that Friday? Because he said he was picking, okay, well, he said he had them Friday. Martell did. But he said he was picking them up that Saturday for the concert. So it's just a mess. It's just a hot mess. ABK, thank you so much for the super sticker. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. If you guys can hit the like button for me as well. I'm going to read a couple more comments. And I'm reading these comments because there's a lot of you guys that cut up in the chat. And I'll be wanting some of you to hit the panel as well. But Neva, you said if he don't have his children, something just ain't right. I agree. I don't know why they met up. Could it be to maybe she was picking up baby Maverick Knox from him? I don't know. He said, okay, Tang. Tang is another, I don't know if Simply Beautiful is in here, but Tang is another Love and Marriage Huntsville historian. He said he had the children earlier Friday and was going to get them to take them to a concert and most likely another dimension where his mind resides. Too funny. Now, he did say he had the kids that Friday. He also said that he was taping that Friday. So he had a whole lot going on. And my thing is, why did he have them that Friday? That's the part I didn't get. Good evening, Mary. Mary, where are you? Talking about good morning. This might mean that the custody case has been settled. That could be it, Hannah. And if that is the case, thank God. There are a couple people that were in the comments saying the same thing. And it could be. It could just be a coincidence that she now has the kids after that alleged incident that weekend. Either way, I don't want it to seem like that. I don't want that man to have any involvement with his kids. But, we can only go by what we see. And we've seen Martell be very aggressive. We've seen him flip the script after their Destin, Florida trip. And that's when he decided to go get custody and try to get full custody. And we know that Mel is a great mom. So I don't want the man to not have, visitation rights and all of that. But if he's involved in anything as far as what's been going around, then yeah, he should have supervised visits. I think she may have custody. I also think they have an agreement where they can't post the kids on social media, allegedly. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. All right. The real Nikki says, Mel says she had to pick up her daughter on Friday. So when did the incident occur? Could it have happened on Thursday or Friday morning? They say it was late, allegedly late Friday night. So early into the wee hours of the morning Saturday. I agree, Neva. I agree. Thank you, Leela. I agree. Well, guys, let's get a healthy debate going. I'm going to drop the link. I've been talking for 25 minutes, and I want to hear you all's opinions on the matter. So let me drop the link and pin it. Please feel free to click the link. Let me see if I can pin it from here. I can. Yay. All right, guys, I'm trying to do like 3 things at once. Like I mentioned, I do have a couple people in mind for mods. And, I'll probably do that before the new season starts because we're really going to get it in the new season, guys. I think on my backup channel, I think I have like almost 800 subscribers. We need to get that to 1,000. So if anybody is not subscribed, I'll repost the link after this live. Please make sure to subscribe to the backup channel because that's where I'm going to be doing my lives once the season starts. So, I want to get, a little down and dirty. And I wouldn't mind if something, let's say, happens to the backup channel and not the main channel. Yes, she has. Who said that? Yes, she has. Like the old saying says, a hard head make a soft behind. And, the man had it good. I've never seen anything like this in my life. Never. Pretty Girl 96, is that you?
Yes, it is.
Hello,
Hey.
hello, hello. Pretty brown eyes.
Yes, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yay.
What? Only work for your channel.
Hey, hey. I ain't mad at that. It's been a while. Well, you were able to join last week.
Well, it's once a week. I think I got to take my choice who I'm gonna go up on because if I come up on you, I won't be able to go on anybody else
I
for the
wonder
rest of the week.
what's going on with that though. What
No,
is
it's no problem. It's all right.
No, I'm just saying I wonder, is it your phone? Is it the internet?
Well, I got a new phone, like the brand new iPhone, and when I traded my other one, the new phone just wouldn't work. But then again, it won't even work on my TV or my computer. I don't know.
Wow.
It's hit or miss.
Wow.
It's
Well,
okay. I would mail in the comments and maybe you'll read it or maybe you won't. I don't know.
no, you good. You good. I'm glad to have you up here. So
Thank you for having me.
let's start with Pretty Girl. You're welcome. I got Pretty Girl and Pretty Brown Eyes. Let's start with Pretty Girl 96. Pretty Girl 96, what's your thoughts on what's going on?
Ain't this week it's supposed to be the week the kids we were male?
This week? Well, yeah,
Yeah.
if she would have done what they normally do and, dropped the kids off last Thursday and I'm sorry, last Monday. And if Martell would have picked them up last Monday evening, then yes, technically today is her week. But she had them all last week as well,
Yeah.
you know?
I feel like something happened. Something definitely happened.
Yes, ma'am. And Pretty Girl, you may have another device playing YouTube. So you have a slight, let me make sure it's not Pretty Brown Eyes. Hold on. Okay, Pretty Girl.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's Pretty Brown Eyes. Pretty Brown Eyes is not bad though. So let me unmute you. I'm trying to unmute you, but you muted yourself. It's not
Yeah,
bad.
I'll mute while she's talking. It's okay.
Okay, it's just a faint echo. It's not real loud, so it's cool.
Okay, I'll mute it.
All right, and I got trouble. I'm gonna put it up already. Hey, anonymous.
Hello, Chit Chat. Your picture is lovely. Hi, pretty brown eyes.
Thank
I have to figure out who
Hi.
the others are.
Hi,
How are you?
Anonymous.
Hey.
Girl 96, and we have Cheryl Howard in the house.
Hello, hello.
Hey, Cheryl.
You look cute. You cute on. You got a. You cute. Cute.
Oh, thank you, thank you. I'm looking a hot mess at this present moment, but thank you. But you guys, let's get started. So, Pretty Girl 96 gave her opinion. She says she feels like something went on. Pretty Brown Eyes, what's your thoughts?
My thoughts are alleged in my opinion. I feel like they have some they I think that not just only something went on, I think that she probably possibly won her case, and they settled, and they can't post the kids because if you notice, Martell can't he hasn't posted his kids.
Mm-hmm.
And whenever he has them, even when Melody's weak, he posts those kids all the time to kind of take away, if she posts, he posts
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
keeps up with her. And I think from that last debacle of him being the mayor or whatever he was, the governor of Selma,
Yeah.
and how they had different them children, well, excuse me, sugar mama was going hand to hand to whoever, and he was just basically holding knocks and you know not really paying attention to his kids, the other kids. And
Mm-hmm.
even though they're big and well behaved, they're still kids, because we got to think now, Mariah is tall, but Mariah is 11,
Yeah.
just turned 11, and in no state can you babysit kids, let alone 4 kids when you're 11 years old.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I think something happened. I believe that those kids told their mother that he makes them watch them, and if you look at the way that he behaves online, I can only imagine how he acts offline. And as more film comes up with him, from that Selma parade, it looks like Sugar Mama was just standing there, and he grabbed Mariah to come take the picture. Sugar Mama was just standing there looking, and he grabbed Knox and put Knox in front of him.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and then everybody filtered around Maxine Waters to take the picture.
Right. Right. Great.
But I feel like there's something going on,
Mm-hmm.
and that fight or whatever, allegedly whatever happened between him and Slaw, I don't feel that it made it any better.
Yeah. Yeah.
And when she was showing out in the car and pulled up in that parking lot, that's who she was meeting, because you can hear his voice.
Right. Yeah.
And I don't know if she was meeting him to pick up her baby or what she was meeting him for or whatever, but she let everybody know she was meeting him. And
Absolutely.
Sheree was in Jamaica.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I
I.
don't know. I
I.
don't know. I think something's gonna go on. If he's not careful, that girl's gonna make him lose his only source of income, because
Mm-hmm.
she was on there talking about Carlos, and she was talking about that him and Sheree is a fake storyline, and
Right.
everything that she did. People think that she's taunting Melody. No, I think she was trying to taunt Sheree to
Girl.
let Sheree know that they still be getting it in. And if she is not preggers, she's trying to make people think she is.
Yeah.
And the last thing I'll say is she was hinting at talking about a surrogate because she want more kids. And remember, Martell said he wanted more kids.
Uh-huh.
And I think she's going to try to, if she does have a baby, allegedly, I think she's going to make it seem like she had a surrogate the whole time,
Yes. Sorry. Sorry.
when we know she can't afford a free pack of bubble gum.
Thank you.
I totally agree, Pretty Brown Eyes. Let me add Daphne under. Your name is cut off. Daphne, is this you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us. Next up with their opinion is Miss Anonymous. Anonymous.
Hey,
What's your
guys. I'm in the
thought?
gym, so I don't want to be loud.
Real
Working
quick,
out.
Anonymous, give me 1 second. Anthony
Yes, ma'am.
Lofty, thank you so much for joining me. Any other content creators that's in the chat, thank you so much for joining me. We had dropped the mic earlier. Please hit the like button, guys. We have 877 currently watching? And I'm sorry, Anonymous, go ahead.
Okay, I'm gonna give a theory here. What if Hotel, in my opinion, allegedly, is now taking the required mandatory therapy
That
so
would
he
be
can keep his job at Love and Marriage Huntsville as well as satisfy the court order.
that would be great. I think
And
that would be great.
I think there,
Uh-oh.
emergency
What
court
happened,
order.
Anonymous?
Yeah, you hear me?
Yeah, you dropped down and your little S went down, but you're back. Something happened with your connection.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Oh, I'm
You
sorry to
saying
hear that.
about the
I was, I think they got an emergency order attorney, and usually those
Anonymous?
actions of see. You hear?
Breaking up.
Anonymous, you
Hello?
breaking up real bad.
Hold
Dang, and she
on.
was getting good too. Dang it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you may have to drop down and just come right back up. Real bad connection. We can't hear you. And while we wait for Anonymous, Daphne, what's your thoughts?
Well, I basically feel that it's something going on with I could say Ariane, because I believe she's pregnant. I believe that she's trying to tell us some things that Martell informed her of concerning the show. Um, I think that Martell is going on his rampage again because he has no storyline. He's going um, around the circus, Love and Marriage, Atlanta. I mean, I'm sorry, the
Huntsville.
Housewives of Atlanta. He's going to each set via Carlos King, and he's just out there. He did something to Ariana allegedly, in my opinion, and I believe that it will come to the light.
Yeah, I agree with you. That's how it is. So yeah, again, I'm not rejoicing even in that if something happened with him and her, and that's why a lot of us had a little pity for her last week. But when we saw her pop back out just like she's been and talking about health issues, diabetes, congestive heart failure, and she's the same. And I don't wish any harm on her if what happened allegedly happened or whatever the case may be. And same for Martell. I don't wish that he's not able to see his kids. So what Anonymous said, if he's been mandated to go ahead and do therapy, because that was a requirement initially, if that's what's going on, that's great. And we have Anonymous back, so let me make sure. Is this you, Anonymous?
Yes, it is. I just got out of the gym. I
Oh,
apologize.
oh, you know what? Now you're gonna motivate me, and Aunt Ann motivates me. Um, yeah, I just got a little lazy.
I
So
got you. I got you.
great job. But go ahead and finish
Mhm.
what you were saying, Anonymous.
Yeah, I was thinking. I think Melody and her attorney, especially her attorney, knows what actually happened that day, and they were able probably to file electronically. Again, this is my opinion, allegedly,
Mm-hmm.
a order of protection,
Mm-hmm.
emergency for the children's sake by
Mm-hmm.
his actions.
Mm-hmm.
And usually, when it's filed, it gets granted immediately,
Yeah.
especially if they have the information. So the children, she has every right to keep the children with that order.
Yeah.
So what I'm thinking probably happened is the court or his attorney probably told him, look, and also probably Carlos and the executives that own told him, you're going to do this mandatory therapy, period. And what they have to do is give progress reports for him to at least even try to settle, in my opinion, the custody case.
Mm-hmm.
So, because currently, right now, the off and on is not going to work if he's doing this. It's a
Yeah.
danger to the children.
Yeah.
Because what if let's just give a perfect example. What if the children were there when that incident happened between him and the peasant? If something worse could have happened.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking um, probably he's in hiding because he has to actually do the therapy, not the one that they had with that whatever that person was that they had. It's actually going to be where he gets progress reports
Yeah.
to the court, and that's a good thing. So I say all things work for good because regardless of he has to realize Melody and him are never going back. That's over. But
Mhm.
for his children's sake, he needs to be a better man just to even watch them in any capacity. And right now, I think people know, especially if Carlos is making his statements. We already know from the reunion clip, the third one when he went crazy, that he's out of control. But now I think the executives, in my opinion, the executives that own, as well as the court, is now requiring him to either be at a facility and he's going to make progress reports. So hopefully that will happen. And, they will be able to, I don't know if he needs to have medication and he has to take it to make sure he's okay. But, all in all, I think it's a win for Melody and more importantly, the children, because
Yeah,
they're not going to be in something chaotic like they were with him before.
right. And if that is the case, like you said, it's good news. We can only speculate on what we feel like may be going on allegedly. But
Yeah.
yeah, anytime you do something to improve yourself so you can be there for your kids in the right way, be able to co-parent in the right way, that's always going to be a great thing. But give me 1 second, guys. We need to get the likes up. We have 994 people watching and only 514 likes. Please hit the like button, guys. Let me see who's Tanya B. You're backstage. If you can hear me, your device is not connected, so you may need to, click off and try it again. But yeah, I agree, Anonymous. I do believe that that would be a good thing. Do you think that, let's say, if all of that happens, do you think that if a judgment has not been made already, do you think that they'll let them continue to have joint custody?
I think the thing that he'll do, what the court will probably do for him, sorry for I'm driving, is they'll have her have primary custody and he'll have to have supervised visitations for a period of time to make it where he's can show that he's stable and the court will monitor. But
Mm-hmm.
when she would have the kids majority of the time.
Yeah.
So because that's usually what, at least in my jurisdiction, what they would do is they would have they might not get rid of the joint legal where he still has an input, but
Right.
as it relates to the physical custody, she's going to be able to have it the majority of the time, and he has to have supervised visitation until he show he's stable, or until
Mm-hmm.
he can show that he's doing his mandatory therapy and is making progress. And
Yeah.
then he might get a couple more days and maybe an overnight if he shows stability. But
Right.
that's probably usually what happens. That he's going to have to really he's at the part where, in my opinion, he has to show that he can take care of these kids and not show these type of incidences happen. But I
Right. What?
think knowing him, he's not going to be able to do it because he just doesn't have that mindset like that.
Yeah.
Can I
Yeah.
He
ask
doesn't.
Anonymous a question, chit chat?
Yes. Give me 1 second. Let me say
Okay.
to the chat. To those of you that are in the chat, please do not mention anything negative about baby Maverick Knox. Please, whether you think he's bad or whatever, let's leave the babies out of it. And I'm sorry, was that you, Pretty Brown Eyes, or was that you, Cheryl? Cheryl,
No,
can we get
what I was going to
Yeah,
ask her is with the joint legal custody, he has rights. And you know how Melody has the Sugar Mama brand.
mm-hmm.
And I said it earlier, but I haven't noticed that any of them have been posting the children.
Right.
So do you think that Martell would be, a jerk, which I do think he'll try to stop Melody's bag and not allowing her to use the children to promote the products?
I think
Well,
what usually joint legal means, at least in my state, is
Anonymous, Anonymous,
yes, ma'am.
before you get started, real quickly, let me honor this super chat from Misha. Thank you so much, Misha. You said, I love your channel. Your picture is beautiful. Did you see in Mel's story that she has a book coming out? Yes, she says she's been writing it and all of that. So, yes, yes. But thank you so much for the super chat. I wanted to make sure to acknowledge it before it disappears. We have over 1,000 watching. Thank you guys so much. Go ahead, Anonymous. I'm sorry.
Usually on those type of issues, it's going to be dealing with. He would have opportunity to be involved, at least in the school, in terms of seeing the progress report cards. Um, if there's special type of school activities, Sugar Mama or any other the kids would do. In terms of the business ventures, that part is a little bit separate because that is really dealing with the divorce
Mm-hmm.
and what was created. So I don't think he's going to be able to have access to that because that was done differently and how her corporation or her attorney probably created or crafted it. This is really dealing with what the children are doing in school, um, vacation times, stuff like that. It's more in terms of just custody. The business side, he's not going to really be able to stop that.
Yeah.
Oh, because remember how on I was about to say Little House on the Prairie. No, remember how on Housewives of Atlanta, how Kenya's husband made first she was able to put her kid on the show, and then her husband made it so that she could not, when they were going through the divorce stuff, he made it so she could not show her kids on the show. But I don't think Martello will probably do that for showing it because he uses the kids more than anybody because that's his whole storyline and his whole life.
Oh,
That's how he
act.
gets
Yeah. That's his whole,
allegedly, in my
that's his
opinion. But
whole
I was
act.
just wondering because when I
Give me
seen him
one
not
second,
posting the
pretty brown eye.
kids,
Give me 1 second. Let me welcome Nola.
okay, sorry.
Nola, is that you?
That is me. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? Thank you so much for joining me.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I had to come over and say thank you to you because I did have people in my comments saying you had sent them to my chats. So I wanted to come and say thank you.
You're welcome. I did mention you in a video as well as one of my other fave content creators. I saw her mention you as well, and that's Truty. Um, but yeah, I love your accent just like Bondi, so I watched you and keep up the great work. I do thank you so much for joining me. And
Hey,
let me welcome
Brittany.
Okir. Okir, is that you?
Yes, good night.
All right. Good night, good night, good night. And I'm sorry, Pretty Brown Eyes, you were still speaking.
Oh no, it's okay. I was just wondering how that was going to work because I know how vindictive Mr. Holt can be,
Mm-hmm.
and I would just be afraid that if it goes in Mel's favor, that he's going to try to hit her pocket where it comes to her kids, to their kids.
Yeah.
Like not letting them film or whatever. Anything that he can do to make her life miserable.
Yeah.
He'll
I
try,
I
but
agree with
yeah.
what you said. Or the way I took it was, because he can't do anything as far as her business and her money. But if he's saying that she's using the kids for this product and all of that, I don't even think he'll be successful in that because Mel started or had the idea of that product when she was still married to him, when she was pregnant with Sugar Mama. You know what I mean? So just because she went on to create it and bring it to fruition, that shouldn't be anything he should be concerned about.
Well,
Well,
Sugar
what
Mama is a trademarked brand, but
It's Seventh Avenue umbrella.
yeah, right, Avenue stuff, and she would need to use the baby to market the product. So I'm just, I don't know. I just know that he's just so evil, allegedly, that he would try to hit her pocket because at the end of the day, she's the only one really profiting from the show, in my
well,
opinion.
I'll
So can I answer that?
Sure.
And
And
hey to everybody that's telling me hey.
Hi, Nola.
That's what I say. Hey to everybody who's telling me hey.
if you
So I
guys can mute for Nola, please. So okay.
So I get what you're saying and what you're asking. And so the fact of the matter is, if he wanted to be vindictive at the end of the day, Seventh Avenue, I'm sorry, I always call it Seventh Heaven. It reminds me, the name just reminds me of that show. Seventh Avenue is Mel's business and Mel's business on her own outside of him, right? But what he can try to go to court and do, not saying that he will, but what he can try to go to court and do and say, well, since she put the products in the baby name, and they have shared custody or whatever their court arrangement will eventually end up being, and the depend how that judgment works out will depend on the way he can go with the argument, right? He can say, well, I need to know what she's doing with the money for it, this, that, and the third. Or he can try to put something in place where, if any money is made off of sugar mama lies line, that it be put into a trust or something like that for her. Ultimately he would end up losing because sugar mama isn't her real name, at least from what I know about the law. It isn't her real name, and it isn't her business per
Mhm.
se. It is a business, it is a line under Mel's business. But if you know Alabama law, as long as he have her, he also wants to make sure she keeps that Holt name, right? So legally in their state, as long as they're going back and forth with some type of child custody, something like that, she
Mhm.
won't be able to change her name
Right.
back to Holt. So he may do it just to her original name, or Melody Cherie, or whatever, she may want to take. So he may keep her in court just to keep her from changing that name. Because remember, anytime somebody calls her Melody Cherie, he makes sure he add that Holt on the end.
Definitely does, like he did at the reunion. He
Well, I
made
was
So
I
while
was
I
gonna
don't
tell
think
you.
he will keep, while I don't think he would win, I do, you know, it I do believe he may try to keep her in court to keep her from changing that name, or just to aggravate her nerves, or to keep her somewhere within his orbit, because
right.
she's not really trying to film with him, she's not really trying to deal with him or be around him.
Mhm.
And so I think he is desperate for
Anything.
any way to be around her.
Yeah,
I was just
I
gonna ask.
agree. And
Oh,
real quickly, there's a lady that lives local that went through a custody battle. So she lives in Huntsville. She joins my panel quite often. I've been looking for her in the comments. But, she's not on reality TV. She's not well known, all of the above. And it took her and her ex husband over 3 years of going through the courts with custody. It took them 3 years to get to a settlement, not a settlement, a judgment. So either way, I think it could be a long process unless something has happened, which we allegedly feel like may have. Then if something like that happened, then they can rule, right away. But let me acknowledge a couple super chats, guys, and then I'm gonna let the panel get back at it. Thank you so much, Kimbella. Kimbella, you put it's obvious he don't have the kids, and allegedly something happened because how quickly he came on live to show us he was not in Jaya. I'm gonna say Jaya. If he had them, we all know he would have debunked our allegations and go live. I think so too. I think he would have said something else since that last live that he had with Coleslaw. And Katoya, thank you so much. I totally agree. Martell needs some serious help. We've been saying that even, before they were divorced,
true.
just as far as the aggression that he showed, even when they were still married, still living in the same house early on in the seasons, Martell has shown this ego, this pride, this I'm the man, and whatever I say goes. So yeah, he does need some help.
Yeah, losing
Well,
that.
chit chat. I wanted to say real quick because I know I was going back and forth pretty bad eyes. He
Okay.
would have been able to make the argument if he would have kept his 15% in Embrace. When he decided to be cocky and asked for 50%, and when Melody dissolved the business with the divorce, he
Dissolve.
lost all interest in any stake of what she does with the business.
Absolutely.
The one thing that her attorney, and she probably has done this with the trademark of Sugar Mama, and she said she's going to do it with the other children, is if she makes it unique, and something kind of personal to what she's doing for her business, he's not going to be able to attach to that at all. So
Yeah.
that's why I say he can make the argument in court, but he's going to lose eventually on the grounds.
Correct.
Mel
I don't
has
think
her
he's
stuff
gonna
on her side.
win. And listen, let me be clear. When I made my statement, I have no doubt that Mel have her I's dotted, T's crossed,
Absolutely.
and gonna go when God tell her to go, right? I have no doubt in my mind that she got everything secure. But I also believe that he will do anything he can to get up under her skin and aggravate her.
Correct.
His old ways of getting up under her skin no longer works because she's grown past that point. And so he wants to try to frustrate her and frustrate her pockets. And he's mad, truthfully, because he's exposed.
Yep.
He's exposed because when Mel was his wife and was his covering, even though we now see that it was Mel who made them, she still put it out in the front of her and her husband, right? And now we see that it really was all her. He put out that wine and didn't even spell alcohol correct.
Alcohola hole or whatever you said, a hot mess.
So
But I
he's
totally
exposed. She
agree. Yeah.
was the meal ticket, and she had the audacity to leave him and leave him grasping for straws.
Yep.
She was supposed to continue to be treated like dirt, and she didn't. She
Mhm.
understood her worth and said, "That's where you want to be. Then go ahead on and be there. Oh,
Right.
you want to fight me for this? I'll dissolve it all, and I'll start over from scratch." And she's
Yeah.
done that, and she's no longer on the bottom.
Yep.
Right? So she's coming up, and he's mad that he don't have that access.
Yeah.
Well,
I
he's
was
going to,
just
yeah.
thinking that he was going to be a jerk and just try to make her not be able to, going forward, post the kids or show the kids or whatever. Maybe, just to, like you said, get up underneath her skin. But on the flip side of that coin, if he does that to her, guess what? That's his cover too in storyline, because now he can't post his kids and use them as a prop to
Right. His
kind
little,
of shield him from himself.
Exactly.
yeah.
He looks better when he has his kids around. When he's standing there by himself, he's just hotel,
There.
the
Right.
deal,
He
One
don't
the
need
Vienna
to
sausage
me.
guy.
He don't need to be able to post the kids. To me, he lost every right to post them children. I don't care if they sitting down having ice cream. When he recorded his children and used his children to exploit their mama and get back at their mama, he don't need to post them no more.
Yeah, well, we know if you go on his page, that's all you gonna see are the kids. That's all he has going for himself. And like you said, Nola, she pulled the cover from up over him, and a lot of us was fooled initially, and ever since, one of my favorite sayings that she said was dissolved and disbanded. I love that sit down between the two of them because, like Anonymous said, he was very cocky. He was telling her what he felt like should be done, and she said, "Okay, well, it's a wrap. It's just over. Don't worry about it." And look what
Gonna
happened.
dissolve it. Dissolved.
Give me 1 second, guys. Let me welcome Hannah. Hannah Grace.
Hello, how's it going, QT and Passion again?
Hi, Hannah.
Hey, Hannah.
Thank you so much for joining us, Hannah. What's your thoughts, Hannah, on what we are discussing?
Yes, what I think is, and I think we all probably, most of us saw that video that Coleslaw did Saturday with her son, and he hit her in the face. So those are the type videos that Mel probably have been sending to her attorney. There is no way if he,
Exactly.
You say the son?
yeah,
They-
he.
Well, they can't do anything that with between kids. Unfortunately, I don't think it was intentional. You know what I mean? He's a bad little boy, allegedly.
But what I'm saying is she told him no and he hit her in the face. So what I'm saying is those type environments are not conducive for kids to live in. So if it continuously happens, I'm not going to say I'm 100% sure, but he's probably, something, I'm trying to be real politically correct here.
Yes.
Children are living. Okay. Well, basically what I'm saying is there's evidence all over social media, the type of environment that they are living in. So those kids should not be exposed to that. So if it was me, I'm just saying if it was me and I had that type of evidence, I don't care if it is 2-year-old kid. If they hitting my 2-year-old kid, then there's going to have to be something wrong. And I'm not saying that is the case, but if it's on social media.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but again, we're talking about a 2-year-old child. That's bad. And I do agree to a certain extent when his mom even says terrible tools. He's a little boy. He's very active. I don't think that he's intentionally saying, I want to beat her or cause her harm.
No, it goes to what I'm saying. It goes to the parenting.
Right. I get that.
But they don't make him mind either, chit chat.
Yeah, I know. But what I'm saying is that I don't think, my opinion, a judge wouldn't rule against that because that's his child. So he may say you have to go put your child in some type of behavioral classes or something like that. But I don't think that they will say, because that baby, they can consider that play fighting. You know what I mean? Even if unfortunately the other child wasn't playing back. But yeah, I don't see that.
If a child is getting hurt, I'm pretty sure, because a 2-year-old, even though they may not be that big, they can hurt. I'm just going to get off of that. But you all are totally correct. It's something that went on and is dealing with the volatile, in my opinion, the volatile environment that is created when you get these people in a room together. They all got these bad attitudes, and we've seen how Martell is very volatile. The girl, the coleslaw girl, she is constantly running her mouth about something, cursing, talking about what she does in the bedroom with Martell, and so basically, I would think that I'm hoping that the custody case has been settled. If not, there's definitely something wrong when he doesn't have those kids. And Anonymous might be on the right track when she said that Melody filed that case for emergency, for whatever the emergency is. So, the bottom line is we've seen too much on social media, and so have Melody and her attorneys. And they probably just put it before the judge. And at this point, Martell is in hiding. He hasn't said anything. So we want to see what he says. And whatever it is, he's going to be lying about it anyway. So, but I'm glad that Melody has the children, because like you said, we don't really want the children away from their father. But that 7 days, 7 on probably was too much for those kids to be going back and forth, especially if Martell don't have his emotional in order. And once he get that in order, and like you said, QT, maybe Coleslaw is happy as a gay lock, because now that means that Martell and her baby can ride off into the sunset and do what they got to do. I don't think she did it like that, but she probably happier than Martell. I don't think he wanted full custody anyway, but maybe they can come to a better agreement. So we just hopefully the kids will be, whatever the decision is best for the kids. So that's what I'm hoping.
Great point, Tim.
In my opinion, I think
I am so sorry. I skipped over you, I believe. Did you speak yet, O'Care?
Yeah, good night. It's my first time on the panel line. I've never really called in anywhere, but I was eager tonight just to jump in a bit. I always sit back and listen in the bushes to Anonymous, Cheryl, Burrito. But I just wanted to say, yes, I believe that something did happen.
Mm-hmm.
Allegedly, according to what we were watching and observing. But one of the reels that Mel and her manager had posted when Mel was dancing in the kitchen, I don't know if you all remember that. So I was thinking back now, studying if it is victory concerning the custody case. And probably this thing happened way back, and not last Friday, but the thing with Martin happened like way back. So, or the anger within him because he lost, show up by her and cause the whole confusion in the household there. So, another thing with Miss Wanda, she was saying that they were having interactions and the house, not even a house that they're living in, But an apartment, sometimes you gotta really listen to these people when they talk. So they're not living in a house, they're living in an apartment, and the places, the walls are so thin. So you really gotta sit back and listen to when certain persons defending other people to hear exactly what is it they're saying. Really, you gotta just listen, read between the lines.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Another another thing Anthony was talking tonight on his platform tonight about Love and Marriage Huntsville. He's talking about the shade that Sherade throw at somebody. He didn't want to reveal it's who, but I think it's Kiki. Everybody was saying he said he was listening to everybody, all the bloggers, the commentators who were talking about, and he said nobody was on target and nobody didn't hear and nobody talk about Kiki. Everybody,
What
everybody
about
was saying
Kiki?
Tiffany, Star, me, um, other person, but persons are not saying no, it can't be Mel because Mel not gonna be in the picture. But when they post the baby shower at Black, Mel wasn't there. So it can't be Mel. It gotta be somebody else. So I
Right.
was thinking it's Kiki probably talked to her. But Anthony said I thought the shade that she throw, it could be at anybody. So I don't know. It probably hit Stormy because she started to talk about praising Mel and start talking things pertaining to Mel and saying how Mel thing and so forth. So I was wondering if she feel bad when the ladies talk about that too. Cause she started
Right.
posting stuff about Mel's business and so forth. So I just wanted to highlight those areas. And
Yeah, well,
I'm in the bushes.
yeah, we will definitely have to wait and see. Unfortunately, with Kiki and Stormy not having, a large role last season, hopefully we'll have more to talk about. I'm not
Who's
sure
that
if
sound?
cracking up. I think that's you, oh Karen. Let me mute you real
All
quick.
right.
Okay. So yeah, oh Karen, that is you that's breaking up. You were breaking up while you were talking, but I was able to make out what you're saying. And now you
Okay.
have a really, really bad crackling noise. Okay. But I do thank you for joining us. And yeah, we'll be able to discuss all of the cast once the show starts in a couple weeks actually. Nola, do you plan on doing recaps?
Oh yes, ma'am, I will. Once we get into the season, I'll also do like call-ins. But I
Okay.
do them separate from the recap. But I
Uh,
do plan on recapping it. And can I just say, and I know y'all probably gonna cuss me out and be mad with me,
uh-oh.
Oh God.
but let me just say this: I don't want to see another season of everybody's storyline is male. I
We
don't want to see that. I don't want to see another season where it's the whole crew
Yeah, we feel
against one person. I'm not interested. I'm just be honest. I'm not interested in that. It's old. Like if Mel and Tisha not gonna ever be friends anymore, that's fine. I don't care. I'm tired of seeing it. It's old. It's redundant, and it never gets solved because Tisha's stuck in the same place that she's been for years. And I really hate the fact that Mel tried to ruin my marriage us to death when her husband was an active participant by her standard of ruining a marriage in Mel's marriage, being that he was helping Martell cheat.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm not interested in seeing that. I would like to see people actually talk about their business. Whether it's their physical business and what they're doing in life or their own issues. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to see that. I don't want to see no more everybody's storyline is the issue with Mel. That's
Right.
not interesting to me, nor is it entertaining. And the fact of the matter is, all y'all want to run behind Mel and get Mel off the show. But the truth of the matter is, if Mel decides to leave this show tomorrow, one or two things gonna happen. Y'all gonna have to tell y'all business, or y'all gonna be off our TVs.
Yeah. Well, I don't think why you would think we would disagree because that's been our complaints for the past couple years. We want them to have their own storyline. It's been bad, you know what I mean? And it was so obvious. And I think that's why a lot of people really put their support behind Mel because it was everybody, even the men, you know, that were being shady in some way or so. Yeah, I agree. It seems like Nola that we may indeed see something different just based off of what Mel has been saying about the upcoming season. And Carlos even made mention as well. So we'll find out in a
I
couple weeks.
hope so. We got a couple weeks.
Mm-hmm.
We got a couple weeks. And I hope it be good. I
Me
don't want to see Tisha in that blonde wig this season.
too, child. And
Lord.
definitely not the half and
Or
half.
that skunk wig she had on
Yeah.
on
Uh,
Instagram.
Nola, you gonna need to pray some more.
Hmm.
Just
I don't
say,
want to see that. Because you know what? Because she's, whether you like her, you don't like her. I'm the type of person, I cannot like what you do. I cannot like how you act, but I can still give credit where it's due. You know what I'm saying? And she's a beautiful woman, but girl,
Yes.
the
she
wig
has to do things
choices
that fit
just
her.
be
That's the
killing
thing.
Oh Lord.
Just to fit her skin
me.
tone. Like I said, when she had that beautiful velvet or purple outfit on with her hair, I thought that's what she looked great.
Yeah.
She
Tisha's very pretty.
she's a beautiful woman, but Lord, when I saw that skunk wig, I said, whoever the makeup crew, whoever the stylist, whoever came up with this concept, fire them now.
She wanted to be Cruella, baby. Didn't you know?
That
Cruella
was
de Vil.
horrible. That
I so
girl.
agree. Let me add
Lord.
two people up, guys. Speaking of Red Ann, hello.
Hello, I'm late.
And
Hello.
Hey,
Prosperity Thick Girl, is this you?
Yes, baby.
Hey,
Hey
Prosperity.
sis.
Hey, sis.
Prosperity.
Hey, chit chat.
Thank you for joining me. Red Ann, I was just talking about you earlier regarding you going through the custody situation right there in Huntsville.
yes,
And
yes,
I was saying how it took you over, well, 3 years, right?
correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It was
So,
rough. It was rough.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's such a long time. Your kids can go from junior high school to almost graduating high school. You know what I mean? Before this is over. And
oh yeah, yeah. I mean, they were young during that time, and we would, we had our visitation plan, and he rarely kept it.
Mhm.
We would have a neutral spot to meet at, and he wouldn't show. And, I would have to, see the kids crying, and, of course, me having to wipe the tears and make it better, and, you know, take them to McDonald's or something and get them a Happy Meal to make it all better, and then go back home. And then to hear, then I would get a call 2 hours later. Oh, where are you guys at? That type of thing. Yeah,
Mhm.
it just got really, really old. And I found myself telling the kids, "Oh, daddy had to work," because I didn't want them to see him in a bad light. And and then finally my daughter said, "Mommy, nobody works that much." So
Mm.
as soon as she said that, I
Wow.
stopped covering for him. I
Yeah.
stopped. I allowed him and them to be able to ask him, why aren't you getting this? I was
Mhm.
no longer, going to be, interference for him. So he was going to have to tell them why I didn't get you. And then he started, oh, it was your mom. Oh, she wouldn't let me see you, that type of thing. It was heartbreaking. And I was so happy when it was finally over. And then once it was finally, the divorce was over, I thought it would get better. Um, After the divorce was over, maybe he would move away. He stayed. I
Hmm.
don't know why, because he's not from here.
Wow.
So, um, yeah, it just, I wouldn't wish that on anyone.
Yeah, that sucks, you know?
Girl, you want us to get him? I got a lot of beds.
And
Really?
it's always the mothers that gotta be the ones to hold the stuff together for the kids. We can't never just lash out and act the way we want to act because we gotta be the ones that tell the
Right.
kids, Daddy, okay, he loves you. Daddy gonna be back. Daddy be. We always gotta do that, and it's ridiculous. But soon as we feel like we want to cuss you out a little bit, we wrong. Don't do that because the
Girl,
kids
we
might
ain't
hear you.
wrong. Cuss them.
The kids might hear you, girl. Well, look. I can't keep lying for you either. Cause then that my kids gonna start looking at me like, well, why did you keep telling me this if it was really this? Because that's what our job is seen as in the public, that we gotta be the backbone for the man that did us dirty and it's still doing our kids dirty. That's ridiculous.
Mm.
Well,
And that
the
is what
thing
Martell is
is,
doing.
My
well,
child
the
ain't never gonna
thing
change.
is, I will tell you this: you have to, as much as you want to, as the mom, to feel vindicated, you have to allow
The kids to
God
see
to
it.
work. Yeah, you have to
Hmm.
let God work his plan.
That's right.
And what happened was, as much as I wanted to tell them he ain't ish, he ain't this, he ain't that, I I bit my tongue. And because I knew the day was going to come that
They was
they
gonna
would have
see it.
those hard questions for him,
Hmm.
and he would have to explain to them. And that day did come.
Yeah.
And of course, he tried to, change it up, and they weren't buying it. They were like, "No, no." They had
Because
their
they
own.
saw you.
They had their own phones,
Hmm.
so he could call them whenever. They could call him. No, they saw everything, and I kept quiet.
Yeah,
And
some
that's what we do. Or we're going to keep quiet, but I'm just saying it's sometimes we just want to not have to be the ones to keep it and to hold everything together sometimes because it gets hard sometimes. But at the
It
end, like you
does.
just said, the kids always see the truth. The
They
kids
Mm-hmm.
will.
see
Yep.
everything.
Yep.
But
They will.
sometimes you just don't want to be that chick at that moment because I'm broken and I'm hurting too. So,
right.
but I
Right.
gotta pull it together. You get to go out there. You did the hurt. You did the dirt. But I'm the one that gotta hurt, be broken,
Hmm.
and be the mama that's all together at the same time, and it becomes a lie.
Yep.
And
Yeah,
that's why we're strong women.
And my
that's
child,
true.
my child is
But
never.
like a lot of people always say, and I know it is a good thing to be a strong woman, but sometimes women
I
want
want to be weak.
a
Yeah,
little weak. You know what I'm
that's
saying? We
true.
want to rest our shoulders. We want to be soft, and you know what I'm saying. A lot of times we have to be strong, no
That's
matter
true.
what. So I
That's
agree
true.
with you, Prosperity. It's a shame, but sometimes, like you said, Red, and you got to let the other party's actions speak for
Correct.
itself instead of you covering them or trying to. And I get it, you're trying to protect the feelings of the kids, but sometimes you got to let them see. So
Right.
yeah, it's just it's a mess.
My child ain't
I
never.
just truly
Child
believe that you teach people how to treat you. We walk around so intense, our shoulders so up, we so intense. We would like to relax. So we
Yeah,
would really like to relax and breathe. I mean,
Oh yeah.
we are strong
Absolutely.
women, we are, but come on, let
yes,
us relax. I mean, let's just
a break.
release it. Give us
Yes,
just some relief. I mean, we're trying, we're doing the most, and we continue to do that. And if it wasn't for us having each other, we would just be tense constantly. So
Ooh,
let us all
preach
relax,
that right there.
and
You know, the
simple as
reason I
that.
try to keep it together. That's the reason I don't want to beef with no female. Like, for what? We got enough. We got enough coming against us. Why are we mad at each other and we don't even know each other? We should
yeah,
be able to come on this internet, talk to each other, uplift
right.
each other, and that's what it is. And it should be no
Exactly.
more, no less.
yeah,
Right.
But it ain't don't always work out like that. But I ain't
No.
doing it. If I don't do it in my everyday life, I'm not coming to the internet and doing it. No, no,
Exactly.
God.
and don't
Exactly.
do it, Prosperity. That's
Oh,
something
I'm not.
I said from the beginning. You will never see me, and you guys know I can get a little ruthless, but you'll never see me going back and forth with a content creator. It's like you're gonna rock with some, you're not gonna rock with some. But as far as making videos and making content about it and all of that, nah, it ain't even worth all of that.
Well, I'm sorry, but I did because you're not
Oh,
gonna
yeah,
talk about no police office. You ain't
oh,
gonna talk about no law. You ain't gonna talk about the law now. We ain't gonna do the law. We ain't gonna bring the law into it.
that'd
That's
have been
I
different.
some fun
know.
prosperity.
That's different. But on
Letty,
some regular stuff, no, I ain't doing none of that because I don't do that in my everyday life with women I see every day. So if I'm not gonna do it with somebody I might not even meet in my lifetime.
girl,
No
look,
God.
let me tell you something. Your ignore game, you don't even have to block a person if you don't want to. Your
Nope, I
ignore
want you to see it.
game
Oh yeah.
should be
Ign-
strong. You
Ignore
know what I
game
mean?
can
Like I
be
mentioned
strong.
yesterday in that video with Tokyo Tony and Latasha and Tamika Scott's mom. You know, I think some of us, a lot of people in the comments said what they went through as far as with family members and all of that. When I tell you I can ignore now, even family, if it causes me pain, because it's either me or you at this point.
Hmm.
So sometimes you just got to let it go, and
Hmm.
ignore them.
I'm
Let go
Don't,
and
trying to
let
tell you.
God. Let go and let God.
that's
Let me
it.
tell you something. We have too much to worry about. Literally, my kids went back off for spring break today, and my daughter wasn't even at school 30 minutes before she calling me, sending me pictures that somebody done broke into the school, stealing the stuff that the teachers need to piece the churn on
Mm.
spring break. Like, what you about to do with this little blackboard? What you about to do with this?
Wow.
Right.
Why are you stealing this? You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, it be so much going on that people be arguing about that don't even make sense. I don't know about y'all, but I be one of them mamas that's tired because I work a full-time job and I'm a full-time mama. When they sick, they come lay up under me. When they want, they come lay up under me. When they need, they come lay up under me. And I feel like this. Other people on the outside looking in, especially that parent who don't have them children every day,
Mhm.
y'all need to, if you a parent and you don't have your kid every day, you need to call a primary parent. I don't care if you have joint custody. If you don't see them churn every day, you are not the primary parent. You need to call that primary parent and tell them thank you.
Right.
Because the simple fact is this: when you ready to get up and you're not that primary parent, you get up, you go, you do what you want to do. When you come home from work, you chilling, you laying down and you laying around, you doing whatever it is that you want to do. Whereas the primary parent, we got to look for babysitters. When y'all want to go out of town, y'all go out of town and do it when y'all want to do it. But when we do it, we got to find somebody to babysit or
Mhm.
ask
Right.
you, can you keep the children while I go and do? Meanwhile, we don't even get so much as a phone call when you planning a vacation talking about, hey, I planning on going out of town here, but is there anything you need me to do or help with before I make these plans? But we gotta call and ask you before we make our plans. No, call and say thank you to that primary parent because it ain't easy. And primary parents should get free wine or the drink of their choice
Right.
for the rest of their life because it's hard. It's
Right.
plenty of times I done hid in my closet crying because Lord, I had to tell the Lord, you say you don't give us more than we can bear.
Child.
In case you don't know and you feel I could take no more, I could take some more. I'm letting you know right now. I'm
I
at
can't.
bear. I'm at
Mm-mm.
bear. Don't give me no more. It's tiresome. And you love your children. It ain't that you don't love them, but you be needing a break. You want to go out.
Oh
Yeah.
You
yeah,
want to go ahead and
absolutely.
feel like you still a natural woman, okay? Out here having some
Yes.
fun and living your life. But then when you go out and live your life and you having fun, you still worried about you have that
Yep.
mom guilt, like what my children doing, where they at, I
Yep.
ain't
Hello.
gonna be out too
Right.
long. Girl, all the men can go to hell on Huntsville. And that's how I feel about it. Cause they all lazy, they all trifling, they all manipulative, and they had that damn house at Stag Run and they need to learn how to let their lies match their body language because they all told on each other from their nonverbals at their reunion last year.
Mhm.
Look at Martell and how he act when he said, "Oh, that's why you went to Africa." He know he was there with that
He
whole.
sure
I'm
did.
sorry, I done
He
went off.
sure did. He
Like
sure
they
did say
said
that.
earlier, how Mel says things without saying anything. Martell is a dead giveaway as far as
Exactly.
Maybe.
His
to
stupid self.
them all participating. But give me 1 second, guys. Gemini 1958. Please do not put that in the chat about Ariane's daughter. I did remove your message.
Oh
So
Lord.
Lord Jesus.
guys, if
You
you can
don't go at the
You done said
kids.
it a million times and they
yes,
still do it.
Hey,
yes.
can I just ask a question?
Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. If you guys can keep the kids, it's several that's still going on about Knox Maverick.
Oh
Let's
God.
talk grown up tonight. So keep the kids out the chat, please. Also, we do have
Mhm.
1,127 people watching. Thank you guys so much. If you can like the video, I think we are at about 700 likes. So if you guys are watching and not participating in the chat, please click the like button. And I'm sorry, who was that wanted to speak?
Me?
That was me.
Me? Oh,
Okay, go ahead. And then Cheryl, you're next. Because Cheryl, you
okay.
haven't said anything much.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Cheryl. I just wanted to ask the people why do we got to bring the kids into these kids are not on Huntsville. These kids did not ask to sign up for the show. Like,
Exactly.
why as grown adults are we even having kids' names in our mouth? That's I can never understand that because I'm a grown woman. I don't talk about kids and I don't speak kid language. So
Yeah.
why am I talking about somebody else's child? Because if we talked about mine, I might have a problem. So I'm not going to talk about yours.
Right. And no matter what, the kids are innocent. So I know
Exactly.
a lot of people feel some type of way because a child was produced, but the thing is, the child is here.
Yeah.
And he didn't have anything to do with the interaction of the side chick and the daddy at the time. So, yeah, it
She
is what
tried.
it is. I get you guys are passionate and all of that, but yeah, let's leave the kids out of it. Go
Ain't
ahead.
no kid
Please
ever
do.
say out loud in their mouth and say, from heaven or wherever they at before they come inside your uterus and say, Mommy, Daddy, can y'all get together and have sex and make me? Can y'all do that? So the kids ain't got nothing to do with it. The kids ain't asked to be here. The kids didn't know nothing about none of this and still don't know nothing about none of this. And y'all still putting them in it.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's cool. And some
It's the
of my
same thing as the color of our skins.
Uh-huh.
We are not responsible. We're just beings. So leave the
And as
children out of this,
as far
please.
as
The children have nothing to do with this.
okay,
Please just let the children sleep. Thank you.
I,
thank you
I think,
guys. And go ahead, Cheryl Howard.
how y'all doing?
Hey, Cheryl.
Hey, Cheryl.
Hello, how y'all doing? Listen, as far as Martell, he can go to triple, quadruple therapy. He's never gonna change. He's gonna be the
Mm,
same stupid fool he always been. And hopefully Melody gets full custody of the children, And in my opinion, allegedly, he was hitting Ariane. He hit Ariane. Because if you look at her face now compared to on the live, allegedly, with Martell, you see the difference. Her face went down. All the swelling went down. So I believe he's hit her allegedly. Hit her.
mm-hmm.
So that could be a big
Allegedly.
reason why, huh?
Yeah, I said I'm listening.
Yeah, that could be a big reason why he's not allowed. If you see he's meeting her in parking lots, he may not be allowed to even go to her house anymore after that incident, allegedly. So I believe he's hitting her, and I believe that yeah, it's bad for the kids to be around it because you can pull up the footage in court and they'll see her face is swollen, and now her face isn't.
Right. If it's true,
I said allegedly. I don't know, but
yeah, but I totally agree with you. Acts of that DV is never good for anyone. The woman, the kids, all of the
hmm
above. So I totally agree. Everything that's in the dark will come to light. And, it's been rumored before that something similar had happened.
Mm-hmm.
hmm
You never know. But I think that when it comes to Ariane, she's so far gone that, you know what I mean? It's just a mess.
Silver.
if somebody got to make you go to therapy, that tell you right there the person is not willing to change. The person is not going to change. All the therapy is not going to help Martell. He only going to go to therapy and put on this mask like he always does and pretend and put on. He wear like a million faces. So he's going to go into therapy and play it off. It's not like he's going to be seriously into therapy and really getting the help that he needs. He's not going to change. I'm telling you, he's not. He's not
Mm,
going to change, and that's my belief allegedly, in my opinion. So
yeah,
I don't think he's doing anything that he needs to change from. That's the first problem right there.
right. A hard
I
head,
agree.
That poor sis.
a hard
I
head
agree.
left behind. So if they strip those kids from him, even if it is temporary, hopefully he will take some time to realize this not gonna go my way. Everything just not gonna happen the way I feel like it should happen. If he really cares about the kids, and if this really is the case, hopefully, and I hate to have, I'm not gonna say I hate to have hope for him, but I feel like you guys. I feel like he's a lost cause. I feel like he's had more than enough time to get himself together. I feel like anytime after the wife gave him 5 years and he couldn't stop that, then he's just that type. Don't believe fat meat is greasy. So time will tell. But let me remove this banner. Renata, is that you?
Yes, ma'am. It's me.
Hey,
Hello, ladies.
Renata.
Hello.
And
Chit
Debbie.
Chat.
Hey.
Chit
Hey,
Chat, you
Renata.
are beautiful. Chit Chat, you are
Oh,
beautiful.
thank you. Thank you. And
You are
Debbie,
killing it. I said, look
thank
how
you,
beautiful she is.
Renata. I appreciate it.
But Chicha, he ain't go to court when the judge made him go to therapy with the boy. He still ain't finished that.
No, he
Exactly.
didn't.
I
Exactly.
know. That's what I said. He don't believe fat meat is greasy. So look, I agree with you guys 100%.
See,
I
I
And
think
try. Oh,
I think
sorry.
he was relying a lot on those the connects that he has in his city.
mhm,
See,
mhm.
I was having a little hope that maybe Mel did a switcheroo with him for the vacation, and he'll have him today. But it looking suspicious, Chit
It's
Chat. It
looking
really is
real.
looking.
It's looking real suspicious because a couple of us was on watch.
Yeah,
Somebody put it in my comments earlier this morning, and I feel so bad by even knowing their schedule.
I you keep saying
Okay,
that.
we be
You
trolling
keep
knowing
saying that.
everything that they do.
Know everything.
Because it definitely is Mel's week this week. So we going to have to troll till next week and see
Right?
what happened.
It's
Yeah,
definitely
because last week was Martell's week, and I gave him the benefit of the doubt that maybe she wanted to take him on vacation, the kids on vacation, and he let her,
and they
and they was,
switch.
what?
Right.
It's
If
an
he don't get them Monday, then something's for real wrong. If he don't get them next Monday, something's wrong.
Well, look, if he don't get them this week, this is week 3.
Uh
It's
huh.
not
exactly.
2.
Exactly.
I'm thinking in my head because before the incident, they were with Mel.
Yep.
Last week, they were with Mel.
Yep.
This
This week,
week
they're with
they
Mel.
were.
That's 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yep.
3 weeks straight.
Yep.
Well, let
So,
her keep her kids then. Good.
Well,
Chit
let me
chat.
tell
Let
you,
me
you
let
see
me
how
say
God.
one thing, and
They
then
living
I'm
good.
gonna go down so somebody else can come up. Okay.
yeah, give me one second, Hannah.
It's
Let
an
me
echo.
who dropped down. Anonymous dropped down. Thank you so much for joining me, Anonymous. And someone has an echo. I'm not sure. Okay, it looks like it's good now. All right, go ahead, Hannah Grace.
Okay. When I was watching Coleslaw's video the other day, it was a lady in her chat, and her name is It's Me Mika or something like that. And she said, "Will you please tell these people that I saw you in Nashville and I spoke to you?" And
Mm-hmm.
then later on, she was saying, Miss, it's Miss Mika. She said, I can't remember exact words she said, but it was like, I saw you. So that may have played into this as well because of her behavior, and I'm pretty sure Mel has said she don't want her kids around her because of her behavior. So maybe that played into it. I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there.
Could
But
be, Hannah. Could be.
Could be.
Remember, I asked the question last week, like, based on their history. That was my question. Based on AC's history and what she's shown online, could that be something that Mel could have a little stash of everything that's went on in the past, able to
Mm-hmm.
give that to her lawyer,
Yep.
and would they then be able to basically demand that Martell don't have those kids around her? But a lot of people said no, that he's free to date whoever, and I don't agree with that.
I don't either.
But
Well,
the only reason
okay,
I
Chit
brought that
Chat.
up is
Then this
because
is the whole basis. Oh, sorry, but then this is the whole basis of his case. Then he's taking Mel because she got these 20 babysitters. So if he can do what he want to do, then she can do what she want to do. Then his case is null and void. Then
Mm-hmm.
right.
He
And
you see
had
what
at
I'm
least
saying?
5 people watching those kids and when he
Yes.
was the governor of Selma, Alabama.
Did you say
Exactly.
the governor?
governor child,
Yeah,
Not the
because
governor.
Sugar Mama
not the
was going
governor.
from hand to
Not the
hand to hand to
governor.
hand.
Not
Not
the
the
Not the
governor.
And half
governor,
the time you
baby.
didn't even know what Martell was.
Right.
Oh,
Not
yeah,
the
we don't
governor.
want to see the
No.
governor.
Let me
When
read
they
this
have an
super chat,
election,
Well,
guys.
for
whatever
the
it is,
governor.
he was. Shoot.
Give me one second. Give me one second. Let me read this super chat. Hey, Tay. Tay, you say, I think that case is closed.
Mm.
You
Girl,
do?
I
Need to
don't
be.
know.
It should
I
be.
Tell
hope
Tay to come
Definitely
up.
should
Tell
be.
Tay to come up and see and
yes.
tell us why.
I
It need
hope
to
so.
be
Yes.
closed.
Hit the link, Tay. It's pinned. And chat. And people watching, please get the likes up. We have 795 likes. 1091 watching. If you guys could just please hit the like, it is free. Tay, thank you so much for the super chat. A lot of people have been saying that. Now, Mel did post, and again, like somebody said, Mel always say critical thinking and all of that. And
Mm-hmm.
I've always read in between the lines when it comes to Mel
Mm-hmm.
since they divorced, because she's only going to say she's just going to make sure she's not out here acting a fool.
Exactly.
But when
All right.
she
Thank you, Chit Chat, for letting me share. I just want to say arrogance and Martell arrogant behavior may have caused him a lot. All right.
well,
I'm going to go into the woods, into the whatever y'all call it. I'm going to be listening.
You sound like Wanda talking about the wood.
thank you, Hannah. But no, when she posted today, freedom. What does that mean? Because she's been free from him as far as
Free.
divorce.
She's
Martell.
free.
Hope that
Free
case
as
is
What
Martell.
over.
does freedom mean? Freedom that the case could be completely over.
I hope that's what it
Wow.
means.
Me
I
Well,
too.
hope that's
y'all,
what it
Me
that's
means.
too.
why I think that he made it a point to say that he was going to have his kids and
Hey,
made
pretty
it a point to
girl.
mention the fact that he even was watching his kids and saw his kids anyway.
Right.
Because if there's any type of order or anything like that, allegedly, don't it seem like if it's Mel's week that he needs to back off unless they agree that he can go to wherever?
Right.
And she also said that she was picking up her own kids from her own daughter from space
Yes, she
camp,
did.
and he was like, I just was with my kids. And
Yeah.
her brother posted the kids
Right.
around the same
That was
time
good.
that he was claiming he went and seen his kids. So it's almost like
He a
he
liar.
Yeah, they
He's a
were
bucking
liar.
dispelling
when
his lies.
it's Mel's week,
Right. They were
Right.
dispelling his lies. So again, that was week before last.
trying to
Mm-hmm.
throw people off. Yeah.
And she still got him
Hey
today.
Tay.
So Tay, give me your thoughts, cause
Hey,
girl,
Tay.
He say.
Hey y'all. I
hey,
think
look
because
so pretty, Tay.
thank you. You too, child fine out
Ain't
here.
ain't Chit
Yeah.
Chat fine?
Right,
Ain't
the
Chit Chat
girl
fine?
dropped the bomb on us.
That
Tay,
girl
you
fine.
saw me, girl. You like Aunt Ann. I like that. You guys can keep a secret. I sent you a pic. You'll get your chat soon. But go ahead, Tay.
You ain't have to buzz me out. But yeah, so I think it's because um he when he was okay, so that live was early in the morning, right?
Saturday
Mm-hmm.
morning.
So he at that time I think he thought he was still about to get them kids. And
Mm-hmm.
remember on Mim's page, that girl said that, and on I think Sherelle's World, that girl said that like the attorneys can get the behind the scenes stuff, but the public won't be, it's not available to the public, but like the attorneys can get certain information out the system that we can. So once she probably heard that stuff that night, she probably contacted her lawyer,
Yes,
went
ma'am.
over there to the lawyer looked up the stuff and it was true. And they got that stuff resolved right then and there that next morning, probably, because I don't think he got those kids, because I think he would have been showboating those kids that
He would have.
Yeah,
They been all over his daggone IG page if he would have had them kids.
yeah.
He ain't
And
got
he's
him.
been
And his Facebook.
silent since. You know what I mean? He's been silent. Like I said, he posted on Facebook just a repost a couple days ago, but other than that, nothing. And I agree with you. He definitely would have shown those kids with him.
as
It
an
was a
attraction.
belated birthday. When was the kid's birthday? Back in December? Child,
We
you
do
just
that every year. But then remember when he didn't see the kids for the 56 days, how radio silent he was then.
That's true.
So yeah,
I think
and the book.
me, Sugar Mama, and Knox all got the same birthday. We birthday
I
twins,
think so
December
too.
19th. You heard it here first.
He's trash. He's just
Yeah,
trash.
trash.
Or
Trash.
it's the 17th. And that book that Mel put out, that her book was coming out soon.
And she said
Yes.
she's been working on it. So
And she said
naturally,
she wasn't gonna release it until
things were over.
Yep.
She did say that.
Oh, so that explains why Ariana got a book coming out. Okay. I
Yeah.
get
And Destiny.
That
And
explains a lot.
What is Destiny book gonna talk about? What
Nothing.
Need to be in
is her
Braille.
Destiny book
Nothing.
gonna talk about? Male?
It's gonna be
Being
Talk about
Joanne the
male.
scammer on the low, allegedly.
I want to be like Mel. I want y'all to treat me like Mel, but I ain't gonna tell y'all nothing about my life. I ain't gonna endear y'all to me. I ain't gonna tell y'all nothing about LeBerry, but I want to be treated like Mel. That's the dumbest. And her
Where's
candle.
Moses? Where's Moses?
Yeah, where's Moses?
When Moses got that box put on his leg, Moses was done. Man, Moses was tired. Moses did not have no box before he came to Huntsville. By the time he got left Huntsville, he had a whole box on his leg. Moses was done.
No, Moses
I'm
thought
sorry,
that was her house.
allegedly.
Moses thought that was her house and found out it was still LeBarrett's house. That's what that was.
Got that man laying up in the ex-husband's house.
I think Moses knew that. There's no way Moses didn't know that. Moses just ain't care.
Exactly.
Well, you know, Destiny a liar. You know she a big liar.
Hired help. Hired.
We had put everybody had put
not
that
the
out.
hired help, my God.
Like Kenya Moore on Atlanta with
Very
the
much so Kenya. Very much so Kenya.
Is that why she was buying her own plane tickets to St. Louis and he was never picking up the ticket or flying her there?
Yeah, that's what it was giving to me as well. Now, real quick, guys, we definitely coming back to Love Mirror Huntsville. But what do you guys think about all of this mess that's going on with Candy Burris, Tamar, SWV? Nene has dropped down in the comments on.
She did? What Nene said?
You know, Nene and Tamar used to be real close.
Yes.
First opened a lounge. Tamar used to be there performing every week. Well, allegedly, Nene hooked Tamar up with some guy that she knew. Then, in the process of Tamar getting to know him, allegedly, Nene hooked him up with another friend of hers.
No. That's. I think you got it. Now, Chit-Chat, I don't know what you heard, but that's not true. Well, from what Nene was saying, she was saying that the guy was her boyfriend Neone's friend, and he, you know, they got together. Neone, that guy, no more friends. They all went on a vacation together. He brought another girl. Tamar was mad with Nene because she went on the trip and she didn't tell her. But what Nene was saying was that him and Tamar was not in a relationship. They were just, you know, messing around. So she got mad at that. But then Nene said when she tried to call her and try to get everything straight, she would never talk to her. So that's what happened with that, according to what Nene said.
Can I talk about this? Yeah.
Go ahead.
Do y'all know that in November of 2022, Miss Tamar was just out here saying that man with the toupee on the top of his head, or those two pieces of tracks who took top of his head, was for the streets. And that he wasn't nothing, and they all cheating. These men out here, they want everybody because they had broke up. Remember when we were seeing them pictures of them at first? And then we just all of a sudden stopped?
Hold up now. Let me stop you right there, girl.
Yes, he got two. You got a track or two tracks or
let me
let
stop you right there, girl. Because you ain't about to talk about JR from New Orleans like that.
He may be from New Orleans, but he is not you.
Let me tell you something. Say mother, listen, I love home. You hear me? I love home. I love home, but it takes a certain brand of woman to deal with that kind of man. I'm saying mother don't know what she doing. She can't handle that man because he gonna hit her with the say love. Really? And girl, it's gonna be all over. She come running right back.
Baby, on the street. He on the show. He told this lady about a hummingbird.
I'm tell you right now, baby. Listen, like they say, all them videos that was coming out on TikTok around New Orleans, they was telling you how to come in Mardi Gras properly. Come hey, your little yay with the yay, but lead them right there. You know what I'm saying? Lead them right there. Don't bring them to your house. Don't enter into your house, baby. They come and feel like they got squatters' rights. No God.
Sis, that man on TV said he is a convicted criminal.
He sure did.
With gold, and he had gold in his mouth.
Which one?
Teeth.
The Caucasian
the one
guy?
she with now? Yes. He said it on the show. Yeah. But he's a reformed man. Then he told her a story about y'all know that Tracy. Y'all know they all got tattoos on hummingbirds because Tracy said she was gonna come back as a hummingbird. This man sat in this lady's face and told her, "Well, at my mother's funeral, it was just this one hummingbird that just hung around. It just hung around, and Tamar was captured ever since she said the word hummingbird." That man looked up Tamar. He know what Tamar is about, and that man is her and him are sharing hair glue, and it ain't gonna work. Now Tamar.
Hair glue. Oh
Now,
Lord.
Tamar, no. We
Oh
asked
God.
Tamar how many weeks ago, who was she talking about? Who was she talking about? Why she didn't say this last week when everybody was on Candy's side with Tasha, or the first week when everybody was on Candy's side with Tasha? She waited until SWV and I'm not on Candy's side with this because I feel like they should have co-headline, but she waited till this week to actually say something. Girl, bye. That girl said what she said to you.
Big girl, her show came out.
Right.
It's more
And her
publicity.
show is not nothing. It's a flop. That show,
I'm just saying that's
it
why
hurt
she
me to
said
get.
it.
Yeah,
To
she want
get
to hitch her way. Her failed
Okay,
show to the
prosperity.
show that's number one.
Okay, give me 1 second. First of all, she was asked the question.
She was.
Come watch What Happens Live. She was asked the question by a live call-in guest. And I don't think that if that was her experience with Candy and Todd, and she was asked the question and she answered what she feel like went on, there is nothing anyone can tell me. Todd shouldn't have been involved, period.
Right.
Candy is I mean, they got videos all over Twitter today. You guys remember the scene when she got into it when they were at the whatever hotel that was in Atlanta, and they was going at Peter and sister, and they had to hold Candy back. So Candy could hold her own. So no matter if people feel like Tamar is always a victim or she's so dramatic or whatever, I totally agree with her. A man should not have stepped to her. Candy could handle herself.
He didn't step to her though. She said he came to grab his wife. He came to grab Tamar. Candy out the way, and he looked back at her and said, "You know what it is." Saying
But
that
he shouldn't have said
they
nothing.
had
He shouldn't have
words,
said
thick
nothing.
girl.
He
They had words.
You know
And White Chocolate stepped to Todd, and
That's what
Todd
they say.
apologized
I
about
don't
coming
believe
at
that part.
Tamar like that.
That's what Tamar said.
You shouldn't have said
No,
nothing. But
that's what it's being said on there, and Todd's not disputing it.
They have video.
It got out of
Of,
hand.
they have
They
video.
got them talking, but we don't know what was said, y'all. We don't
Hold
know
on,
what was said.
prosperity. Hold on, one at a time. They have video of her fiance checking Todd.
Yep, they do.
They have video of her fiance checking Todd, and Todd apologized at that time.
Yep.
So, if it would have been Candy and Tamar going back and forth, whatever, with each other, fine. But no, I don't agree with that. When you tell somebody you know what it is, what does that mean?
That's right. I'll take it as
You
a
know
threat.
what the situation is. You know what's going on. You know what you did. That can also mean that.
What you
He
say?
should have just broke them up, brought his wife on, and carried on. It was not no need for him to say anything to her, especially if no man wasn't there with her.
Period.
There wasn't no need for him to say anything. He didn't have to say that. Why did he say that?
You know what kills me, ladies,
and when
about
Tay,
people?
when Tay,
what
that's
kills-
just like how they attacked Melody because they knew she didn't have any protection.
Right.
That's the same reason why Todd stepped to Tamar because she was in that vulnerable state from being hurt from the guy, and he stepped to her.
But ladies, can I say this? Don't Candy get on her show and make her comments and say what she...
mad, child. She gone. Oh, that wasn't prosperity.
No, I'm right here.
Who dropped down? Was that Nola? Nola, thank you so much for joining me. I think that was Nola that dropped down. All right, go ahead. Who did I cut off?
Yeah, but don't Candy get on her, speak on it, and whatever else she get on and say what she want to say and don't believe.
Yes.
So if Tamar said she didn't believe that Carlos was a thief, that's her right to believe that.
She didn't even say that. She just didn't say Candy was right. She didn't.
Yeah.
She said, "I don't know what the truth is. I gotta hear all the stuff."
Don't forget the IG story. Don't forget the IG story. She was speaking for her boy Carlos.
She shared it on her IG story to promote her This Nation appearances.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But the thing is, she don't have a right not to believe it. I have a right to believe what I want to believe. Chit Chat. Do we not?
And when I see you, I have the right to not want you to say, "Oh, I ain't seen you in a long time. I missed you," and I have the right to tell you I don't want to talk to you because you said you've been behind my back saying things as well.
But I think Tamar's argument is not with her and Candy having the argument.
Yes.
She all right with that. She had a problem when Todd stepped in. She didn't. From what I'm gathering from her, I don't feel like she's saying like that's why she said she never spoke on it because it was she didn't care if it was her and Candy because that ain't the first fight they had before. But it was when a man steps in and says something. I don't care what he say. You shouldn't be saying nothing. Yeah. You don't say nothing to a woman because that'll get you hurt real quick.
Being Captain Save them.
Especially when she was by herself. Especially if no man was right there, it wasn't no need for him to say anything to her because her and Candy had it.
Right.
It gives me Peter vibes. Like
But ain't nobody
Peter
calling
don't run up on no woman.
Nobody calling him Peter, even though he's giving Peter vibes.
But Tamar called him Tadina, so she's
yes, she did.
Probably said when he was grabbing his wife, Tamar probably said something. And he probably was like, "You don't act like you don't know what's going on."
No, but what is different accounts of what went on because there's one story that said that Escape was performing at the time. Tamar was backstage, I think, waiting to go on stage.
Right.
But ain't the story that ain't the story Tamar gave.
Well, that's why I said it's different accounts. That's what I just saw today. Either way, I don't care if Candy and Mama Joyce was right there. Todd needs to let women handle because, like Tay just said, they've gotten into it before, even when they were much younger. They actually made up on Big Brother because they weren't in the best place when they both went on the show, and it just wasn't his place.
But Tasso also know his wife, so let me grab my wife up out of this situation because I already know she's not in the mood for none of this.
Grab her. But
he did.
Say nothing to her.
But we don't know what Tamar said out her mouth either to him when he grabbed his wife.
The man didn't have a right to say anything to her, Prosperity.
But he never defended that. When the man checked him, when JR checked him,
I don't think he
got
checked
the video.
him.
He did. I'm gonna show
and they got the video.
I saw it, but we don't know what was being said. I don't see Todd just letting somebody check him and he not gonna say nothing back.
Todd is at least 4 feet shorter than JR.
The video
at least 4 feet
same height.
shorter.
He the same height.
No, they're not the same height. He's at least
the same height.
He's at least 2 feet shorter. I was exaggerating saying 4, but he's at least 2 feet shorter than JR. At least.
But that still don't mean nothing. You still a man and I'm a man.
You're saying that it's okay for
that man had to bend down to say something in Todd's ear, or say something to his face or whatever. He had to bend down to talk to him.
And that still don't make me no punk. I know little men
he copped deuces, thick girl. He copped deuces. I guarantee you he did. Because if he didn't, he'd have been all over social media, and his old lady and the Candy Cody clique would have been all over social media talking about how Todd got that man straight. Like how they do everything else.
If y'all got
no man should step to a woman.
If you got husbands and boyfriends and they real men, they don't care if the man say boo to you. They gonna run up because you don't say nothing to my woman. You want to dress, you say it to me.
Correct.
You say it to me, and I know Chiche.
He's not saying he didn't say anything. What I'm saying is I don't think he punked him.
Prosperity, give it 1 second. Go ahead, Renata, and then you next, Prosperity.
Okay. Any of y'all that's married, got boyfriends or whatever, if they a real man, no man can't say nothing to you. They can't say nothing to you. They don't get into the arguments of women. They let them go. But when a man jump in, that turn into something else.
Yeah, it's a respect thing.
Yeah.
I totally agree. And I'm sorry, go ahead, Prosperity, and then
I'm not saying that man didn't say something to Todd because he was supposed to. If he feel like he said something to his wife, he was supposed to, because that's
right.
My man, my nephew, my brothers, my cousins, and everybody gonna do. But what I'm saying is I don't think he punked Todd. He tried to make it seem like he punked Todd, like Todd was like,
he said he checked him, thick girl. He didn't say he punked him. He just said he checked him about Tamar. That's all.
I just don't see it. We can say anything because Todd hasn't said anything. Candy also said Todd didn't say nothing, so we don't know what the full story is.
Let me say this. Somebody said earlier when Candy came out this morning and released that video, they said if Candy ain't crying, she lying.
And Tamar does the same thing. If she ain't whining and being a victim, she lying about something.
Well, we agree to disagree, Prosperity. No man should be involved in women's business. We know Tamar could handle her own. And when it comes to them releasing the picture of Tamar's fiance with Todd, they could have done that months ago. So the only reason why it was released today is because this is trending and they're trying to act like it didn't happen. Candy didn't say that. People said, okay, you said all that, but you didn't say what he said to Tamar. She didn't
Right.
say anything. And that's not
Richie
right.
said he didn't say nothing.
Candy
From,
could
I
handle
don't
her
know
own
what said.
business. And Candy is suffering from the big head. I know a lot of you all may not agree with me.
She is.
Front and center and everything.
I agree.
Because she moved Nene out of there. She moved
Right.
Nene out of there.
She
And so
moved
now she feel
Nene
like she running the show. Yes.
When she
Did she move Nene out or did Bravo
She
move
was.
Nene out?
Let me tell you,
Exactly.
it was a big thing. Y'all remember that thing? They were supposed to go to the executives. Candy was going behind their back, going and telling them stuff. She
Two
was.
things could be true at the same
Bravo
time. They
also
work
was the
together
person that
to get
moved
that
them
lady
out.
off the show so she could be the queen bee. Period.
Yeah, I agree. Two things can be true. I do know that was one of Nene's complaints because she was saying that they were giving Candy all these opportunities for all these different shows and all of that. And look, Candy, to me, she's gotten away scot clear on too much. I do believe that there was some truth to what Phaedra said. I'm not going to say everything was true, especially the R word. I'm not going to say that. But that's why Candy, in my opinion, has slowed down on those dungeon events. And, they all had those, her and T.I. and Tiny and all of them was wrapped up in all that mess. And Candy has gotten away scot-free. She's not innocent. Is she a boss? Yes. Have she done everything she should have done when it came to her building her brand from being on Real Housewives of Atlanta? Yes. But that doesn't mean that she's innocent.
That's right.
And you know why she's innocent, but Tamar is a hothead just as well, and Tamar plays the victim just as well.
But can the person change? The woman says she's trying to change. Do she have a right to try to change? Should we still hold
She
her
has
to
told
her
her she has
past?
changed how many times? And she
can we
always
hold-
come
but it's
back
a
to being the
process when
same
you
person that
change.
she was.
It's a
But the
person that
thing
but we
is,
don't
And this
know
right
if
here
they
is
say that.
repeated
not
behavior.
about her changing. The thing is not about her changing or keeping up mess or whatever. The thing is the question is that should a man be involving himself when women getting into it? He
Come on,
came and
Tay.
got his wife. His business was done.
There you go, Tay. That's it.
And remove all that. Okay, now, and other than that, Tamar is still showing us this the same person that she was
She
before.
can still be the same person
But
that she was
with that being
before,
said,
after,
thick girl, does that
whatever.
mean he has a right to check
I
her?
said take that out. I said take that part
No, we
out.
can't take
Okay,
that out.
But you can't.
we done
But
already
you can't
said
take
we
that
have
part
all
out
said he
and
was
leave the
wrong
part
for
everybody
doing
not
that.
changing.
Still
You
don't make
can't
what
have it both ways. It's either she ain't
we all
changing
said
and
he was
you
wrong
making
for
it
doing
almost
it.
seem like she
Well, y'all all
deserves
said.
what she got because she's the hothead Tamar.
Right.
No, I'm not even
That's
talking
what
about
In
people
my
is
that
making it
anymore.
opinion.
seem
She
like
just
she
no, she
deserved
just
it.
point blank period.
No, you
Whether that happened or
justifying
not,
what
she's still
happened to
a
her
hothead.
based
I
on
can't
your
hear everyone
feelings, how you
talking.
felt that
Yeah,
if she changed
one
or
at
not.
a time. One at a time.
You can't justify that. That's almost like identify. We supposed to be for the woman.
No, if a
Right
woman
or
is wrong, a woman is
yes,
wrong.
because right or wrong, a man does not have a place to check a woman or to step to a woman about nothing,
That's right.
whether she has a man or not. And if
You
she
can't
had a
get my
man standing beside her
That's
or one
right.
of her big good girlfriends, one of them hairdressers
Yeah.
that got muscles, he wouldn't have stepped to it in either.
Yeah.
So I know that's
How
right.
do we know?
He
I
would
know that's
have
right.
just said whatever he got to say
Wait a minute.
and let the women talk. Because
That's what it
everybody
was.
would have
He
been mad if one of her male hairdressers would have stepped to Candy when her and Candy was arguing.
Right.
Right.
Y'all
So
saying he
he
stepped to
can't
her like
step
he
to
walked to her face and
to
said what he said.
Tamar
He said it
because of
as he
nothing
was
she
walking
said
off
should
with
make
this
that man
woman.
step out of the position of being a man.
Right.
You
He did
grab
not
your
say
wife
that
if that's
to
what the
her.
case is and walk her away. And you lead by example. You can't tell your wife to stop arguing if you
Right.
come and take up where she left off at and get in the girl face.
You better preach on here, sister.
Marcel.
You better
Does
preach
not
it.
mean that she got decent. She said that he said something to her. He did not step to her as he was walking off with his wife. All he said
We
was, "You know
weren't
what it is."
there. We weren't there.
We weren't
Based
there.
Right,
on
that's
his
what I'm saying.
silence,
So
I'm
we're
going to
acting like
accept
Todd
that
just
as
went to
admission of
Tamar and
guilt.
said,
And he
"You
was
know what it is."
quiet.
What
No,
does that
we don't know
mean?
what happened. He could have
What
been
does
walking
that
away
mean?
But
when
you
he
don't
said it.
either. You don't either.
But
And
you
all we're
all
all
are
saying
saying
is,
he stepped to her. Y'all are using the word
We
that he
didn't say
stepped
that
to
he
her.
stepped to her. We
but
said
that's
that
what
he
he
Said
did.
wasn't
He
it
did
surrendering
walk
5
up
to.
to
million
Todd
times.
and step to his face as a man.
We
Right.
all
And he
said that
did
he
what a
stepped to
man was
Tamar
supposed
as
to
well.
do. Whether he just was polite, which I think he probably was, but he still was there and he told Todd that he didn't appreciate whatever he did, said, or whatever
Mm-hmm.
to Tamar. Whether
That's
he
it.
said
And I
something
said he
nice,
was
he
supposed
wasn't
to
supposed to
do
step to
that.
Tamar
Okay,
about
both
none
you
of her
ladies,
candy
give me
had
a
going
second.
on.
Both of you.
Period.
And
I
I said that's what he was
And that's the
supposed to
point.
do.
prosperity. Give me one
That is
second.
the point. And y'all might as well change the
Pretty
subject
brown
because
eyes. Pretty
it don't
brown
even much make
Yeah,
eyes.
no
let's
sense
change your
because
subject.
she's
Let's change your subject.
stuck
He's
on
what?
what she's stuck on.
I shall
Okay,
Ram.
I'm a
Can I
mute.
can I say something?
Yes, Red Ann,
And
I just saw
and
your comment in the back, but let me just say this real quick. And prosperity, what Tamar's fiance did is he approached Ty. He didn't go to Candy. It's a difference.
Right.
And I said that's what he was supposed
All
to
right,
do
give me
as
one
her
second.
man.
Right, but you also defending Ty. But go
No,
ahead, Red
what I'm
Ann.
saying is we don't know what happened. Everybody's saying he stepped to her. We
You
don't
don't
know
know
if he actually
either,
stepped.
and you don't know either.
There's a video in my Kimmy voice.
With a video of
Yes, Kimmy.
him stepping to Tamar. I know
Go
I know
ahead,
Todd. It's a
Red
picture
Ann.
of the man
One
and
second,
Todd, but there's
prosperity.
no other video.
Go ahead, Red
I
Ann.
just want to
That's
change. I'm
proof.
gonna change the subject
That's
because I
proof
guess we need to agree
that
to
a
Agree to
disagree.
conversation
Pretty
disagree.
happened.
brown eyes. We got
But
somebody talking. Pretty brown
my
eyes. Pretty brown eyes. We got somebody talking.
I'm sorry.
Okay, go ahead, Red Ann.
yes, I'm just going to say that we need to just agree to disagree. But I want to change the subject. We were I know we were talking about, you know, different things, but my changing the subject is about the Scott.
Scott
And
Brothers.
can I say another content creator's name on here?
Sure.
Okay. Do you all remember when Black Titanic went to the, I guess, the Scout site where the hotel was supposed to have been getting built, I guess, or whatever? You can actually see the site, one from Madison Boulevard, one from 565. It is not that big at all. So I'm trying to figure out if that's where a hotel is going to be because it's small. It may be large enough maybe for a little plaza like where Black is, but I can't
Mhm.
see putting a big hotel there and having enough parking area, for customers and that kind of stuff. But I did see the trailer and everything at this certain location. So yeah, I've been doing some driving around and looking.
So, is it open space next to it, or did you say it's buildings? Or
It's actually it's behind another building, and where it's actually behind there's a urgent care sitting there or coming soon, but the land that's being I guess, when you get ready to start building, you have to level out the land and things like that. It's not a big area at
Mhm.
all. Not enough that I would think to have a hotel there. And a lot of times when you're driving along an interstate or, a large area like that, you're going to want a high rise building so everyone will be able to see it. And
Gotcha.
with that being said, with it being a high rise building, you're gonna need more parking. So that's what I'm saying. So it just doesn't seem like it's going to be big enough for a hotel or the Marriott or whatever, you know, I guess they were supposed to be building or whatever. So I'm curious as to what they're actually supposed to be building there because it was a little trailer there. And I just so happened to look to my left and I saw the Scout, um, I guess the logo, and I made a U-turn and went back. So yeah, I'll keep everyone updated on that one.
Yeah.
It might be a sleazy easy.
Okay. Little
I,
motel.
well,
A
A
do,
night
tell
on
you
there.
right.
A do drop in.
Yeah,
on
that's what
that
I was just
side.
saying. A do drop in.
Yeah, I will tell you on that side of Madison. It's Madison is an upcoming. um, area. But that side of Madison, I think what they're trying to do is improve that side of Madison like they have on the, I think, the north side. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Yes, keep us posted on that. It seemed to me that a lot of things allegedly started happening when they started back filming. So they were just
Uh-huh.
like throwing things out there. And I do know that it was odd that they used the same picture that they had used before, that was before COVID hit. But you would think that they would have changed the picture. So it was like the same picture of the hotel, the specs, it was the same
Mm-hmm.
cars out front. So that was odd to me.
Well, the
But
video, I think she had done a video, and I'm not sure if everyone's seen it. She did a video in a hard hat. Tisha
mhm,
did. I don't know if
Mhm.
everyone saw that. I'm wondering if that's the empty area where Uptown Black is, because there's still some open space over there in that plaza. So I'm like, okay, it's not very big on the inside. It almost, looks like that it may be the other end of the plaza where Uptown and Black is.
I think it was supposed to be that. I think that's where she was when she did that. I think that was supposed to be her talking about that.
mm.
So
Oh,
what are they supposed to put there? What are they doing there? Is that going to be a space that they're going to be leasing out or something?
I have
I'm
no
not
idea.
sure. You mean next to Black? Are you
Right.
like,
Well, see, they made it seem like Uptown was different from Black,
mhm,
but it's the same place.
right?
But I thought they supposed
Mhm.
to been expanding Black. Wasn't they supposed
That's
to be
what I was about
expanding
to
it?
say. Yep,
Well,
that's what I was about
there.
to say.
Because they made
Well,
Tisha move out of her office, remember? Or something like that.
I
see,
thought that was
and
the
I
buildings. Oh,
go
sorry.
ahead. No, no, no. Go ahead.
I thought those were the buildings that I don't know if you guys remember, like season 3. It was like supposed to be some like I guess like an antique store, whatever. It was like a 2-part building, and Marcel was supposed to have built it, and Martel was telling him how when he was younger, he used to go there all the time with his mom or whatever, and they would
Yeah,
get
yeah.
different things. So I think it's that building because it
It
wasn't
is.
a 2-part.
It
But it
is,
still
and
don't seem like they've done any work to it because it looks the exact same as when Martel went in there. So what have they done?
well,
Nothing.
it they've actually they've they've made the exterior to match, I guess, what Uptown and Black looks like.
Oh,
Mm,
You are correct as far as what it was previously, before I guess they bought the plaza. And me personally, I took offense to that. I was born and raised in Alabama, but moved away for a while. But I took offense to that when Marceau said that about, um, what was in there, and saying it was cheap stuff or whatever he
right. He
said.
made it seem real bad.
Right, exactly. But that was that was a place where some people did go and purchase things because that's all they had. That's how the parents, bought things. And if that meant buying something there secondhand, so no one would sit on the floor, then that's what they did. So for him to say that, yeah, I really took offense to that and I didn't like it.
Right,
um
because there's a lot of us who kind of, grew up on, whether it was Goodwill or something,
exactly, yeah,
antiquing, and they have a lot of good stuff sometimes. So for him to downgrade it and make it
yeah,
seem as if it was just like this place for poor people and you didn't
right,
have nothing if you went
right.
there, I didn't like that. I took
Because
offense
the
to that
thing
as well.
is, because what he doesn't realize is some of those people that were raised, that the parents bought those type of things, are the same people that will now visit your establishment and put money in your pocket.
Hmm.
But that's how he was raised, so I don't know why he's trying to downgrade it.
Exactly.
Right.
And Tisha lets him do it. That's why he do it, and he think
They
it's
all
funny.
was
And she
raised
just
like that,
Keisha
right?
lets him does everything, and she says nothing and acts like she's just oblivious to it all.
exactly. And it's sad because you see her diminish herself for that man each and every time. Like, come on, girl, stand up for you say what you do behind closed doors. But girl, sometimes you got to tell that man stop playing with you while you on camera. Because each and every time they on camera together, he's saying something to demean her. He calls this lady
Mhm.
stupid. He has called this lady dumb on camera. He every time it's never a time where he is just on there loving on his wife and saying how many accomplishments she's got and bringing her up. He's always saying something that's to tear her down, and she just sits there and looks like a deer in headlights and smiles about it. Each and every
Have y'all noticed that Marcel, whenever Tisha asks him something regarding cheating or anything like that, he can never come out and say, no, I haven't done this or I
He
haven't done
looks
that. He
down.
gaslights it and tells her,
Right.
like,
He
sways
always
her
looks
somewhere
down.
else.
That he
Yeah.
never said he didn't.
When
Yeah, he
anybody else
always
is
says,
talking
if
about it,
you don't trust your husband, then, I can't answer that. What do you mean you can't answer that? If I ask you a question, you can answer it.
right, right.
She got
Hey
all
y'all,
that
can
on
I say
her.
something real quick?
That's
Starting to
Melody.
show all that.
All the
Okay,
Can I say something real quick?
1 second, ladies, because I want us to remain on the
Okay.
love and marriage build topic. But I did want to share this screen, and I looked through the comments real quickly to see if I saw a response from Candy or Todd. Maybe they're just over it. But this is when Tamar's fiance said that Todd was embarrassed and apologetic. So it is what it is. A couple people, it seems like the chat here is split. A lot of people feel like Tamar is the drama queen and this is what she do. And then the other half feel like a man shouldn't step to a woman, period. Go
No,
ahead.
a man should stay in a man's place and deal with a man. When it comes to two women arguing, no. Now, if the man steps in, then yeah, you step in. But
Right.
only thing you should do is try to take your partner out of that situation. Don't say nothing to the other person you speak to directly to your wife or whoever it is. Let's go. Come
Yeah.
on, you pull them away. Let's go. All that, you know what it is and all that. No, that's, you know what I'm saying? A person can take that as a threat.
Yeah. Yeah.
So no, you just need to try to be a man or that person who's supposed to be the protector and protect them in a way to where it doesn't cause more harm later on.
Right. Right.
Well, Candy did speak on it. She did speak on it on her live. She did speak on it. So on her
Yeah.
live, she said it wasn't true. It was a lie. He did not.
Well, I wanna say that. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
That she
No,
said
no,
that he
I
did
was just
not.
gonna say we was gonna get back to the love and marriage
Yeah.
Huntsville. What do you
Yes.
guys think about Mel and her upcoming performances? Did you guys see any of the videos that were shared about
I,
her?
Oh,
I
Yes.
did.
I was looking to
I
see when she was
I
coming
have.
to San Diego, and unfortunately, she is not. But Eric Bellinger is.
I know that's what I said. I can't catch her anywhere at all.
I'm like, I might have to take a trip to Denver because that's like the closest place.
You know what? It would be nice if there was some type of fan event or content creators. We all need to get together and go to Huntsville one day.
Well, I know
oh Lord.
Anthony I know oh my goodness, I cannot believe I done forgot his name. Anthony Hamilton. He's actually coming to Huntsville to the Orion Amphitheater. I
Okay.
wish Melody, it would be nice if she opened up for him.
Oh
That
yeah.
would be
a
I
great
nice.
think it was
concert.
Anthony Hamilton and Layla James and
You
some
can't
other
even
Oh,
get
I
out
people.
of
can
shoes.
Oh
Really
yes,
great
Layla
concert.
James.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
I
Will
haven't
enjoy
heard
Mm.
yourself.
her in a
No, I'm
while.
saying you can't even get out of shoes.
Did y'all see Mel rehearsing? Oh, she
Yeah.
was getting it,
Yes.
honey.
Yeah.
Yes.
She
You
moved
could
everybody.
listen. You can't tell her nothing when you have such a strong, faith, and you have the blood of God on you, honey. You can tell that she is a child of God because, baby, she shines. She
Yeah.
shines in
Yeah.
everything she does.
She
Tay, you
does.
still in here?
I'm still here.
Now, why you read Kung Fu Panda like that?
I was waiting on that one.
Love
Hey,
that.
I still got to
Yeah,
watching some Tay, girl. What's up? I
Why
got
did
I
to
you
was
read
just
Kung
playing
Fu
with
Panda
her.
like that?
No, you wasn't.
I
I
was
was just
watching
playing
while I was
around.
working. I was like, oh my.
you came
But
through
see,
like
that's the
Freddy
best part.
Krueger.
That's the best part when you
You
can
did
do
it
a
just
good
right. You
That's
did
the
her
best
just right.
part.
Good.
Your
You
aunt
really
Ann,
did.
your aunt Ann came through. You said, Wanda, you
Mm,
was looking for me?
Yep. When you could do a good read and have fun with it, that's the
Yeah.
best thing
Right,
you
that's
could
all
do.
I want. I ain't trying to beef with that lady. My friend said, I don't know why that old lady said something to you. But it's one thing you gonna do is argue.
I was
Well,
like,
you
you
did her
look at
just
Wanda.
right.
Well, now tell you, what did she say? Because I missed it. What did she say?
Something about me saying that she was happy or mad about something. What she called me?
Miss Tate, Miss
That
Miss
Tay that
Miss
talk.
Tate girl, Miss
The Tay
Tate.
that
TT. She called
Oh
me
yeah, Miss
everything
T.
but when Tay
Miss
talk.
Tay
T.
Tay, Tay
Miss
Tay,
T.
Tay Tay, Tay Tay girl,
Miss
Tay
TT
Tay.
talk, baby. That's what she said.
Oh, wow.
Y'all know
Tay
Wanda
talk
can't talk
time.
to save her life.
I'm
Right, that's
telling
what she
you.
said.
She
Tay,
cannot
she talked
talk.
the stuff she said. I said, what a
And
minute.
we got a whole dictionary over there on my channel with of Wanda needs. It's a whole different language.
Oh
It's a
my
whole different
god.
And
language.
oh my goodness, somebody said that she was the Green Power Ranger.
Oh God.
Oh,
Baby,
she
she
Well,
had
had
I
all the
talked
color
about that on my
greens.
podcast on Saturday. I said, "Ooh, Wanda tried it. Ooh, she tried it, honey."
Wanda
Baby,
knew
she
what she
had
was
on
looking
all
for.
the color greens. I'm talking about
Oh
if there was a
mercy,
green, she had it on, and her boots
Lord.
had pockets.
they did.
I didn't know boots
You
had
They were
pockets.
so
listen.
ugly.
Those the ugliest boots I ever seen.
Me
She
too.
Yeah,
she
I know.
wanted
Honey,
I
them
agree.
to
she
be
I
made them
tried
in
to
her
say it.
basement.
Them some ugly boots.
yeah.
Y'all
That
know she
reminds
can't walk in
me
kitten heels. I wanted to see her walk in them boots.
that remind me of when she first her very first uh when she first stepped on the scene with Love and Marriage Huntsville when Tisha did that podcast and she walked
Mm.
through the door with those glasses on and those
Oh
multicolored
my
boots.
goodness.
Lord
And tell
Jesus.
her nothing.
That was horrible.
Yeah,
Horrible.
but she
Mess.
looked good though. You couldn't
But
tell her she did not
Like
look good.
Tisha be hyping her up too.
Yeah.
Yes, you do. Yep.
Like what?
Look like
Stop
a
it.
box of
And
crayons.
to the chat real
Looking like a black leprechaun.
chat. 1 second,
Looking
Hey,
for
panel.
that
Bobby
pot of
Nosy, what
gold,
you eating,
child.
Dad?
I need me gold.
Give me
Say
1 second,
yes.
panel.
Okay.
Panel. Give me one
Mm, you
second.
want more gold?
Give me 1 second, panel. To the chat. Our apologies. Sometimes on the panel it gets a little heated. Everybody want to get their point across. It is not done on purpose. So for all of you guys, I see your comments and all of that. It happens, unfortunately, especially when it gets heated. So it's all love.
And we
But
love each other. We ain't mad at each other. We love each
We
other.
sure ain't.
We
Right.
ain't mad.
All
This is a
right.
sisterhood here. We ain't mad
I
at each
don't even
other.
know y'all.
Yeah, we ain't
Exactly.
mad at
And I
each
can't be
other.
mad at people I don't know. We just had a difference
Coincidence.
of opinion, and
Difference
I
of
feel no
opinion.
type of way. That's why I am still sitting up here on this panel because
Everybody
Right.
got a
it
right
was
to their
a
opinion.
disagreement,
Everybody got
and
a
we
right
are
to their
all
Somebody
grown.
opinion.
said
Right.
keep it
somebody in the
respect.
chat said that Wanda's boots were shoplifting boots allegedly.
Yeah.
They
Well,
didn't come in a box. I can tell
I
you
was
that.
just gonna say that. You
they
beat me
didn't come
to
in the
it,
box.
Not the
Tia.
They did not
shoplifting
come in a box.
boots.
Girl,
They
they
definitely didn't come in
Ooh,
no box.
that's
Girl,
crazy.
Wanda trying to get Martell now.
That's
Wanda
why
trying
they
to
got
get up on
pockets on them.
Martell.
Oh
Twin.
no.
See the twin.
she trying to
There
get
you
it from
are.
somewhere. Look, hold on.
Get it from
I'm
heaven.
listen. Never mind. I can't say this on here. I can't say it.
Watch yourself if you need to now. Now,
I'll
Say
try
it
to
in the
be. I'll
back.
try to say it in a nice way. Does one
Right,
remind y'all of that drunk auntie that you catch in the alley doing stuff?
oh,
right.
Oh
child.
gosh.
She the drunk grandma that you catch at the
Lord
in
Jesus.
front of the liquor store.
Lord.
Right.
Ooh,
You don't want to want to be the matriarch of the family, but keep all the mess going in the family.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
all
That's
the
Mm-hmm.
her.
mess.
A mess. Well,
Hold
let's see.
on, I want to tell y'all something about Martell. If y'all don't know, remember on that live when he went live with Ariana after the whole mess, and he said that he was about to take the girls to a concert,
Right.
the Piper Rockwell concert. Honey, do
Yeah.
y'all know that that her tour don't start till March 25th?
Really?
Really?
Wait a minute.
And her first stop is Huntsville, or not Huntsville, but Nashville, Tennessee.
We knew
No
she
And it's
was
way.
yes,
she was lying.
March
Oh
26th.
wow.
March 25th.
That day.
Baby,
That's when her
Oh,
tour starts. Is March
He said,
25th.
Day,
yep,
you need
he
to
that
get
said
was
the
funny because
get it and
another
post it
person
on your
did that.
channel.
One of
Get it
Paparazzi's
and
a
post it
liar.
on your channel.
It listen here, I can screenshot and send it to whoever, because baby, it's there. The
please
Hmm.
proof
do.
is there.
Baby, somebody else did that trying
Listen,
to
I'm
lie
gonna tell
about
you.
going to a concert and the
All you
concert
gotta do
hadn't
is
even started.
Google it.
At a
Google
time.
it. Piper Rockwell tour. Piper Rockwell tour, and it will show you her tour date.
I knew he
How do
was
you
lying.
Wow.
spell
How
that
you been
last name?
lying?
How do you
What
even
One,
spell
makes
one
that?
you
second, guys.
lie?
I
Mm-hmm.
don't know. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Spell the last name for me. I want to look it up, and then we're going to go to our last topic, and that is who
Okay.
you feel like. And with that topic, we're going to go one by one and close it out.
Okay,
So spell
so
the
her tour
last
or
name,
her name is
Piper
See,
Rockwell. R-O-C-K.
Rockelle.
Okay. Let's look it up. Tour and series.
Mm-hmm.
Live tour dates. Let's see.
He's horrible.
I knew he
He
was
is so
lying anyway. I knew he was lying anyway.
Mm.
Pathological liar. Pathological.
Okay, so she's gonna be in
I,
Birmingham, Alabama. It looks like. Hold on. Somebody's playing music, whoever that is. Please turn it off before I get a copyright. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, guys, so I'm looking at her tour dates here. Let me see if I can share it. Share screen, share screen, share screen. Window, Piper.
Be ashamed of
It's
himself.
exactly a liar. It's a complete
All
liar.
right. So what was last week? I'm wondering if the dates fall off, but you said somebody said they looked and she wasn't near them. If I'm
last
not
week would have
mistaken.
been the 14th
Right. So I wonder if the
or
dates
the
fall
11th,
off.
something like that.
Okay. Because I just saw on another screen where let's see here. It said something
We got
about
paid Friday
Yeah,
was the
Birmingham.
10th, so it
unless
would have
they
been the
have
11th.
dates that fell off. It's looking like the 25th was her start date, but I don't know. Let's see.
Oh, like if they not,
Yeah,
yeah.
I think they fall off, but I did see something. Let me see. Piper
It would have been the
Yeah.
Rockwell
11th, chit
tour
chat.
in Alabama. Okay, let's see if it'll
Did you
just
say
bring
the
it
11th?
up. I don't see anything. Okay, so it was
Go.
Birmingham, March the 11th. So she
March
was
11th.
there the
Okay,
day
so
that.
maybe he was there. So Birmingham.
But
Hmm.
I feel like if he would have, if that was true, he would have went live.
Of course he would have.
Or
He
But he
would have
posted
went
probably
some
couldn't.
type
live
of
with those
pictures.
girls.
He probably couldn't see him,
Uh,
and like I just said in my video, he's so honorary that he probably wouldn't have even gave Mel the tickets so she could have took him.
I'm gonna tell you what happened. He didn't think Mel was gonna be up on that and got
Yeah.
her lawyer involved. So he
Mm-hmm.
really did think he was taking them to
Yeah,
that
he thought
concert.
it.
He
Mm-hmm.
did.
Oh,
He did. But he got a sad mistaken when he probably got a
Mm-hmm.
phone call or something.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I
I
think
think
too,
that's what happened.
All
Mm-hmm.
Once
conversation.
Mel
yeah,
found out, her lawyer got
definitely,
on him.
definitely,
Because you know, you can go
definitely.
to judges' houses if it's that important. You can go to a judge's house and get him to sign an order.
Yes,
You
you
know,
can.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
If it's
Absolutely.
an emergency.
If it's an
Yeah.
emergency.
The
allegedly.
other, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
there was another content creator that actually talked with an attorney from Alabama that said that, yeah, if
Hmm.
it,
Oh yeah, you talking
yeah,
about on Sherelle's channel?
yes,
Oh yes. Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
mm-hmm, yeah,
Well, he very well could have intended to take them, and by the time that she notified her lawyers and they
Uh-huh.
got the order, allegedly, they
Uh-huh.
would have got it set before Monday.
Yep.
And she does not have to let him take her kids anywhere on her week.
What time
That's
was
So
right.
it?
she could have kept her kids with her for her week,
That's right.
and by that time, by Monday turned around and then got the order, and she just continued to keep her well, her kids was gonna be with her anyway.
That's right.
Well,
He had
Yeah,
that water that day.
definitely.
right. Last week wasn't her week though.
Yeah,
Last week
No,
was his week.
but the
Right.
week of that concert, the 11th, was her week to have her kids.
Right.
She didn't
That
have to let
Saturday
him take
before.
them to
Mm-hmm.
that concert in Birmingham, out of town, on her week.
I believe
Yeah.
he got that order
Very
that
that
day.
very much so. And he He thought he was
So
going to
he,
him
you
getting out
know,
so quick was going to, help him.
and I
And
think that Slaw probably was mad about him about to take them girls, because as soon as he started talking about taking them girls, she dropped off the live.
She
Yep.
sure
right,
did.
That probably is what
quick,
kicked that fight off, that argument off,
No,
real
no, the
quick.
fight happened right
allegedly. I
there.
mean,
Yeah,
we
the
was
fight had
talking.
started before that.
Right. It
Yeah.
was before that. But that
But
was very
yeah,
odd.
she definitely got off that live quick. As soon as he mentioned something about doing something with the Eminem kids,
She
she didn't
rolled,
want to
she
hear it.
rolled, she rolled her eyes and dropped them. Before you knew it, she didn't say bye. She said bye earlier, and he kept her on to talking about her boutique to further
Mm,
embarrass her. But
They
then when
was
he,
already close, Shan. How she rolling?
I didn't
because
say
when
a
she said
whole
bye,
lot.
Mr. Holt or whatever,
She
he said,
just
"Oh,
right.
so when she was getting ready to go, he was like, so okay, you
out.
selling any of those old cheap clothes?"
Well, let me read this comment
Ooh.
because this is
Allegedly, she ain't say cheap clothes,
Oh,
but you know,
let me
he
read
kept her
this
on the
comment.
live.
Pretty Brown.
What happened?
This is in regards to what Red Ann was speaking about. So this person said, dropping from the bushes to say that space is allegedly going to be Tisha's real estate office. So if it's not as big as it looks, that's probably why it's going to be. What are they calling that? Scott something. I don't know. Scott
Not
Realty.
That might not be true, chit chat, because the picture
I'm
she
just
just
reading the
put on the
comment.
hat and walked through the building, that's supposed to be Scott Realty right there, ain't it? The building
Where?
that they building that she just did the video for, where
Well,
Carlos called her more money
that's
making Tisha or something like
this
that.
is what this person is saying, that the site that allegedly, I don't know, Red In, you say you saw it on Black Titanic or something. She's saying that that site is where they're building Tisha's real estate office. So maybe that's why it doesn't appear to
To be
be
a
a
big
site that
area.
can hold a hotel.
Right.
That's all.
But the where Tisha just posted a video of her walking in a building that's supposed to be one of their realty office, the future home of the realty office,
Yeah,
and the
that's
Mm.
walls are already up.
Well, that's not the one in
That's
Madison.
the one that she
That's
had the
not
hard
that's
hat
not the
on.
one.
If you find that video, you'll see what I'm talking about.
Right.
Yeah,
I
Right.
saw
That's
that.
not the
that's the
one that
place that
Black
I
Tech
said.
Titanic was talking about. The one that Black Titanic is talking
I
about
know.
is
It's
nothing
two
there.
different places.
It is.
The
Right.
empty lot is supposed to be the future home, right? Where the
yeah.
hotel was supposed to be, that the person said is the realty office, right? But she just walked in a building with the walls up, saying that
Now
that's
that's
supposed
supposed
to
to be the
be the
realty
realty
office.
office.
Right, but
Right.
that's the one
But the
that I
one
said used to
where
be the
she saw on
antique.
Madison, it's a trailer there and there's nothing there. It's nothing there. There's no working or anything going on. It's just a flat ground with a trailer park house there. And when Black Titanic went there, the man asked her if she was the police. She
Lord
said
have mercy.
no. And that's when he threatened her.
I saw that.
Yeah, I saw
Mm.
that.
Okay, give
So
me
it's
one
two
second.
different spots.
All right. And
Yes.
this person says, and then we're going to move on from that as well. But this person said the Fairfield Inn project is delayed. They have bids on hold right now. The county is Madison, blah, 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 and all of that. So maybe it's on hold. I don't advise Black Titanic to be doing all that now. Going up, I know you want to give us the commentary and the tea, but be careful.
I
Majority of
go
the
pick her
times
up.
it's private property and all of that.
I go pick her up.
You'll go out.
I swing by and pick her up. I'll be her chauffeur.
What happened with Pretty Brown Eyes? Okay, guys, so we are 2 hours and 30 minutes. So let's chat on the way out, and we're gonna go in order of the and that'll give everybody a good 5 minutes or so. Go to 3 hours, I guess. Cheryl Howard, what
Yeah.
are your thoughts on the alleged BMW? Give us your parting words on that. Do you think that it was a rental? Do you
Yes.
think that coleslaw fronting got income taxes? Do you think Martell
Well,
put
she
down?
ain't getting no income tax because she don't work, so she ain't getting no income tax. It might have been. I believe that Martell is behind putting a down payment or maybe renting it for her. Martell is behind that. She definitely ain't getting no income tax because she don't work. So
The reason why I feel like it may be a rental, it depends. If we
it's a.
continue
I
to
think
see
it's a
her
rent.
in it, then we gonna know that unless you just rent, you can rent for long term. But she was frantic. She hasn't been in that mood in quite some time. I don't think Martell got the money. A down payment possibly, but
Right, a down payment because she don't have it. She didn't pay for it. I know that she didn't pay for it. Allegedly, she did not
Now,
pay.
let me ask you guys this, because a lot of people were putting this in my comments, that if you are on public assistance, you cannot get an income tax check.
Exactly, you cannot.
I've seen people get income tax checks.
No, that's incorrect. I'll
Really?
go ahead and put my business out there.
Okay.
Yeah, them
Let
people
me
get
go
them income
ahead and
tax
put
checks
it.
and
Let
sell
me
their
go ahead.
kids to other people to get
Let me go ahead and
the
put it out
child
there.
credit.
People defraud all. People
Let me go
defraud.
ahead and put it out there. When I left the my husband, and I was a single mom, 4 kids. Um, I was on Section 8, working and getting food stamps. Yes, I did get an income tax check. They don't keep it. They don't keep it. But I will tell anybody with Section 8 food stamps, I use that as my means to help me to get to
Yes,
where
that's
I
what
needed
it's
to go.
for.
I didn't stay on it. But I did use it.
That's
If
what it's for.
exactly. That's exactly what it's for. I'm not embarrassed by it. I was able to go to school, and I look back at it now, and that was a step to get me to where I needed to go. But during that time, yes, I was able to file my taxes, get a tax return. But when I tell you they're all in your business, they do be in your business.
Mm-hmm.
They do.
Well, and thank you for that. I've seen in some cases, and I don't know, maybe I was just wrong, but I knew that these people weren't really working. So, like, let's say you pick up a job for a month, then you're able to get income tax as well. Because I know some people that's gotten $7,000, $8,000. How does that happen?
Some
If you're
people can get a tax.
Self-employment.
Earned income
Some
credit,
people, there
chit
you
chat, and
go.
the
That's
child
it.
tax
Earned
credit.
income. Yep, that
Yeah,
child tax credit. That's it.
okay,
That's it.
okay, gotcha. Yeah.
But I will tell you, if you're on public assistance, um, they are actually moving toward you working. I know for the
Mhm.
state of Alabama, they're not going to have you just sitting at home, not working and drawing benefits.
Mhm.
They now are expecting you to get out there and work.
And work. Well,
Well,
that.
the thing about that income tax is if you got a stimulus and a lot of those public assistants that had the younger kids,
Uh
school age
huh.
kids, a lot of them elected to get those checks every month. So, time as the end of the year came, you don't get that big lump sum check because they deduct everything that they gave you
Yep.
during the year.
During that pandemic,
So
yeah.
you can elect to get it in one lump sum at the end of the year, or you can get a monthly check for your kids. It was
Mm,
like up to $300 to $500 per child.
got you.
Hmm.
Got you.
The
Okay.
stimulus stuff. I
They were.
wish I had some kids.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they were laying me out in the comments. I didn't know. Like I said, I was under the impression that they get taxes. Just
Mhm.
When you
on.
on Section 8, they just don't like you to have assets like bank accounts and own a vehicle or own a house and stuff like that.
Well, I will tell you, they don't want you to own a newer vehicle. You know
They
what I
don't want
mean?
you to have anything. I remember way back in the day, and I'm telling my old business, I was trying to get some food, just some food stamps, and
Hmm.
that was many many years ago. And I had a cherry red Mustang, and
Mm,
this is when those caseworkers used to come to your house.
Uh huh.
And she came to my apartment and seen that vehicle out there, and I couldn't help it because I had little red on it, and my hair was red, and my car was red,
Showing out,
and
cussing
I'm
out.
little. And she took one look at that car, and she went out of her way to make sure I didn't get anything, because
Oh
it was
wow.
probably like I was in between jobs just trying to get food stamps, and I wasn't able to get anything
Isn't she
Wow.
because she
supposed to?
saw my car, and I was making payments on it.
Yeah,
Isn't she?
sometimes it depends on what state you're in and stuff like that.
I'm
And
in
it's a
Florida.
yeah, it's a
Right.
difference between like the food stamps and Medicaid and all that type of stuff, and then it's the Section 8. Section 8, they don't play no games. They are up in your like they want to know everything. If you got a car in your name, they want to. If you don't have no job and you kind and they paying big portions of your house payments or rents, because they now have it where you can do house and stuff like that too. They want to know how you pay for that. They want to know how if you smoke cigarettes. They want to know how you afford cigarettes. All of that stuff. They get deep down into that stuff. They ask you everything. Now for food stamps and stuff like that, they done got kind of crafty with that nowadays. But Section 8 don't play no games. And if she was on Section 8, she would have to prove her income, where she getting. If she saying it's a gift from her family members or something like that, they gonna have them family members gift her to pay for wherever she's staying at on Section 8.
Well, that rejection motivated me, and I've been on my job with the phone company for 22 years now. So I don't even get income credit or taxes. I owe every year. So God has blessed me. So all the L's are not always a loss. It's for your protection or it's for your elevation, one or the other. But
I wait to the last minute to file every year.
Okay.
Me too. I filed from last year.
I've done that
when the kids were small.
How about I just filed my 2021 yesterday and mailed it in, and that is no lie.
Unless the laws
not mailed it in.
unless the laws have changed regarding Section 8, I can definitely in the state of Alabama. I mean, when Tay Talks is right, they are all up in your business. They want to know your bank account information, your checking, your savings. They want to know if you're getting child support. They want to know how much your utility bill is. You have to give them, I think, maybe 2 to 3 months of check stubs. You have to get information from your employer verifying how many hours a week you work, what's your pay rate, are you expected to get a raise at any point. Yeah, they want to know everything. If you have a car note, they really don't want that car to be any newer than whatever the year is. They don't want that car to be like 5 years, close to whatever that year is that you're in. They expect you to have like an older car, that type of thing.
That
Yeah,
BMW is not my name. That BMW is in my town name,
it's got
allegedly.
to be because they would be. I know one
Exactly.
time they had a big scandal down here where a lot of the city employees or people that were making um, 5 and 6 figure salaries living in the projects.
You cannot be riding around with
Yeah,
no BMW on Section 8.
I
No
mean
way.
that
No.
yeah, it came out. It was big news around here. How they got? I mean, they were like driving BMWs, Range Rovers, whatever. And these people were making 5 and 6 figure salaries, but somehow they were in the projects and paying the same or less than some people that were only making 10,000 a year, that type of thing.
They be defrauding
They
system.
were big time.
Yeah.
When Tay talks, you said that lady was shaped like a gummy bear.
That's what I was about to say. I gotta finish that video. I'm gonna watch that going to sleep.
I've been waiting for somebody to stop talking so I can ask that.
Y'all so messy.
I heard it was an epic read.
Oh God, not a gummy bear.
I ain't do her like that.
Was it a premiere? Was it a premiere? Was it like the video or was it a premiere? One of your premieres?
It was a premiere. It was a premiere. It was lit too. Like when I tell you they showed up and showed out with them super and stuff, I was geeked. They was cash apping. I said, y'all in here so messy.
Baby, somebody said she was dressed like an Eminem. I was dying.
Oh Lord,
The green Eminem.
Jesus.
What she called it on her page? St. John's Day. St. John.
Yeah, St. John's Day.
Yeah.
St. John, St. Patrick.
Oh,
Lord.
that's a shame. I need an update on her lawyer. Where is the lawyer?
She said they coming out, so watch your mail.
Did y'all get y'all pepinas? Did y'all pepinas come in the mail yet? Did the pepinas come in the mail yet? Y'all. Did y'all hear when that lady said she was having her thing at the recreation center, and that she served the lowercase, y'all served the lowercase God, and she served the uppercase God, and God sits on the storm in the kingdom.
Who said that? Missy
Wanda, baby. I'm telling y'all, Wanda
The
is the language.
Keebler elf.
It's called Wandanese, and if you need a course in Wandanese, I'm your girl. I got it's a dictionary I'm putting together.
Wanda needs to make up her mind. Is she gonna talk Jesus, or she gonna be in coleslaw comments telling her to come on her show?
Baby, she said somebody stole God Don't Play About Me from her.
Oh my God.
She said everybody in
When she asked that lady was looking like, she like, remember I used to say that all the time.
Yeah.
She was looking like, hey, what? Like, no, I don't remember none of that.
Tell her to go back in her tree and make her potatoes. Elf.
Right.
Simply Beautiful, is this you?
Yes, it is.
Hey,
Right on time.
Hey, sis. About 20 minutes left because it's later. I'm sure where the majority of you are. It's only 9:15 here, which means
it's 12 here.
Yeah, so it's midnight somewhere else, a little after midnight, and Central Standard 11:15. So we got 20 minutes. What's up, Simply Beautiful? The love.
Hey guys.
Hello.
She's somewhere eating.
I am not. They done changed my hours.
You'll have something in your mouth in a little while.
Wow.
Might not be what you want to hear.
What's going on now? A lot of people are disputing. Tree W said, "You all that is not true. You can have a car, bank accounts, etc. HUD counts the asset from your income. Now, where welfare and public assistance does not allow that. Public assistance, excuse me.
Section 8 either.
Yeah.
Isn't that one in the same?
Different states. Yeah, it's different things in different states. We never gonna have the same.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
But I was trying back in '96.
Exactly.
So I don't know what's going on now.
Yeah.
Now, Tay, why you read that old lady like
Hey, you ain't never gonna make me believe that. I ain't never gonna believe that. That lady way older than you, and you ain't gonna make me believe differently.
Much older than me.
Maybe she look much older than you. I'm just gonna tell you.
That's it. She been through a lot.
God don't play about you evidently, but God play about her, cause baby.
God said he on the main line.
God said he don't know her.
Yo, Tay, why did you do her like that?
Simply Beautiful.
And leave people alone. Huh?
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Tay. I add Tree W.
I want her to just leave people alone so that, because she's too stupid. I want her to, like you said, set up the GoFundMe page or whatever for continued education for her. And don't come out of hiding until you can pronunciate a couple of these words. Simple words.
Simple words.
A legend. For allegedly,
image, you are image of her, Tay.
And man,
you are image of her.
And when the camera people played that on the screen, I said, they know they wrong.
Look, I can't get over what you learned in kindergarten, first grade. That, there, them,
there,
them, with her and Tisha. I just can't.
She can't learn how to say there, even with her master's degree. She say
R-E. And she still call it even. Not
right. Let me add.
Don't nobody get mail for what she do. Does.
1 second. Let me ask. Is this you?
Hi, this is Tree.
Hi, Tree. How are you? You have
Huh?
some special knowledge on the subject.
Yes, I love you guys, by the way. Love, 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 love. So listen, I'm over the Section 8 for in Los Angeles, California.
Okay.
So you can have a new car, you can have a bank account, you can have a job, not a job, you can have all that stuff. What we do is per HUD, we count for, if say for instance, you have $10,000 in your bank account, and trust me, people do. I have a Section 8 participant who has $100,000 in their bank account.
Yeah.
Yes, and what we do is what HUD requires us to do is count the asset from the interest from the asset. So HUD's asset rate now is like 6%. So we take 10,000 times 6%, simple math, and that becomes the income for that particular asset. So just for instance, say it's $800. So that $800 counts. And so, yeah, I have people who have new cars. A lot of people drive for Uber, right? And Uber's rules are your car can be no more than 10 years old. Okay, so people have cars. I have someone who just bought a new car. All we ask is, where did you buy the car? Where did you give the down payment? Because we want to make sure that there's no unreported income. That's it, unreported income. And so you can have income, and your rent is based upon your income. And HUD has increased the income limits. I mean, when I started 25 years ago working for Section 8, the income limits were like $5,000 a year. Now the income limit for a family of two is maybe $60,000. In California. So you can make really good money. Now you may be paying all your rent, but the point is you're right. But keep in mind though, Section 8 keeps their rents low intentionally. So, you're not going to find a 2-bedroom apartment for $5,000. That's what they are in California. But because you're on Section 8, your rent is limited. So for Culver City, HUD says a 2-bedroom is $2,400 a month. $2,400 a month. Okay, so if you are have a good job, you may be paying $23.99 for your beautiful 2-bedroom condo. Okay, but you're not paying what the market is, which is $5,000 a month.
Right.
So I tell people, listen, if you're complaining that your rent went up $10, let me send you a voluntary withdrawal from the program, and you are more than welcome to withdraw, because I have 10,000 people now on the waiting list waiting to get on the program.
So it's not based on incoming income that they can even be on that program.
No, it is based upon income, but keep in mind, the income for one person is one amount. Income for two people is a different amount. So if you have a mother and 4 children, more than 5 children, that's 5 people in the household. So this income is based upon 5 people.
Okay.
And so the more as each person is added to the household, the income goes up.
Yep.
So what's interesting is I have people applying for the program, and I know good and dang darn well that these people aren't in their household. So they'll add the sister, the cousin, the uncle, the Bob, Jim, just so they can get a larger apartment. And they can say 4 of the 5 people don't have income. That doesn't matter. And keep in mind, we check. We go through the work number. We pull credit reports. We ask for tax returns. We do that because we want to make sure that people, number one, aren't just fraud in the system, but also we want to make sure that they aren't being overhoused. So for me, I don't get in everybody's business. The supervisor at our office, she goes through bank statements, and if there's a $10 deposit, she wants to know where it is. I said, listen, I'm not going to be counting somebody's $10 deposit, somebody's $100 deposit, because that could be a gift. I've gotten to the point where I even tell people, listen, I'm going to send you a letter saying, explain that. Just say it's a Christmas gift. Just say it's a birthday gift. Just say it's a gift for doing something. Because, I don't nickel and dime people. I just don't think that's right. People are on this program for a reason. And so there's no point in nickel and diming them like welfare used to do back in the early 70s. Remember, they came to your house. If you had an extra shirt in the closet or some soap powder that you didn't report, they wouldn't give you the money.
Wow.
That's how it used to be. Remember the Diane Carroll days? What was that show? Y'all remember?
Knots Landing.
Yeah. Well, no,
Dynasty.
Yes, yeah. And so we don't, and even the welfare office doesn't do that anymore. You do have to report income, but again, I don't nickel and dime people because I just don't think that's necessary. But yes, you can have all of those things. And we are going to ask you where you got it from, because we want to make sure that you don't have some second or third job that you didn't report, because it has to be fair. Your income is going to be based upon, your rent's going to be based upon your income. And it's really very simple.
But have you had cases where they didn't report the income?
Oh yeah, I've had people who didn't report income, and we can do two things. We can terminate them, which I don't like to do, or we can put them on the repayment agreement. And what HUD says is, say for instance, they started in January and they didn't report it to me. First of all, we give them X amount of time. The HUD regulations say you have 15 days to report your income. After 15 days, you're in violation. Most people do that. Generally, to be honest, a lot of people do report their income. You get a few. We have 2 or 3 people who choose not to. A couple of girls are gig workers. So basically, they're extras in movies, and they may work every day, but they choose not to report it. But we allow them to report it, and it's not that much. It may be $100 a day for sitting in a job. Maybe $100 a day. But that's what I tell people to do is that, and I figured it out. For every $100 you make, your rent increases by $5. That literally is a simple math. For every $100 you make, your rent increases by $5. That's it. So that's easy to figure out.
And what did you say? You said something about if the income is combined and total 60,000. What did you say about that?
Well, okay, no, so what I'm saying is the amount of income that you're eligible for is based upon how many people are in your household. So obviously, if you're single person and you make $60,000, you're close to being over income. Right. You're probably just right there. But if you're a mother with 5 children, mother with 4 children, that's 5 people. That income is going to be higher. Right. Because HUD bases the income on the number of people in the household. Right. And the rent amount is determined based upon the bedroom size. So people will say, when people want to port, I have people porting here from New York to LA, from Florida to LA, and they'll say, well, how much is my voucher worth? And I try to educate people by saying your voucher is worth $0. And they're looking at me like, wait, what do you mean? New York said my voucher. I say, your voucher is worth $0. Your voucher is just a piece of paper saying that you're eligible for the program. What the number that comes into play is the bedroom size. If you have 2 people in Culver City, that's 24. Let's say it's rounded up to $2,500 a month for a 2-bedroom. A 3-bedroom is higher. A 1-bedroom is lower. So it's based upon it's based upon the bedroom size that you're eligible for. And in LA, it's 2 people per bedroom, no matter what the age, no matter what the sex, no matter what the familial status. So back in the day, it used to be a boy had to stay in the room by himself and a girl got to stay in the room by herself. Well, HUD said that caused overhousing. And so HUD doesn't allow that anymore. So it's 2 people per bedroom, no matter what the age and no matter what the sex. And say you could have a grandmother and a granddaughter, and HUD also says the living room can be used as a sleeping area. So once you get in the house, you can make it whatever room you want to make.
Wow.
Wow.
Well, thank you for that breakdown. I mean, I didn't know half of that.
You're welcome.
A question. I have a question about that.
Mm-hmm.
I know you're speaking about California.
Yes.
But if, just say, a single mom of 2 applies for HUD, would she have to go after the fathers, or would you all have to go after the fathers for child support?
Not for Section 8. Welfare does that. Section 8 does not. Right. Section 8 does not. Because we have people whose kids whose fathers died. Okay, whose father's in jail right now. I have a Section 8 participant whose the child's father abused the girls, the little bitty girls. They were 1 and 2, sexually abused them.
We gotta say SA and all.
Oh yes, allegedly. Yes. Allegedly sexually abused them. He's out of the household. Child's never going to get that.
Yeah, just say SA for the act that allegedly.
Oh, okay. SA, okay. And so things like that happen. But yeah, Section 8 does not go after the father for child support. We will ask them, do you receive child support? If they say no, okay, we move on to the next question. Now, if they do get it, they're required to report it to us. And
so the systems aren't linked.
Correct. Now, LA, the city of Los Angeles, is linked with welfare. That's called a cooperation agreement. And so what happens is if the city of Los Angeles has a cooperation agreement with the welfare department, so anytime that person gets something, the city of LA is immediately reported. And they let the clients know that if you're on welfare, we have a cooperating agreement with them. They're going to immediately report it to us. So you need to immediately report it to us or you will be terminated.
Right.
And so people don't want to get terminated from the program because it's a good thing. You know, especially during COVID, it's the best thing out there because owners were not getting rent because people lost their jobs. What we do is we picked up the rent 100%. 100%.
Wow.
Now, every city, HUD requires every city to have a minimum rent. It goes from $0 to $100. Our minimum rent is $50. So if you have zero income, you got to pull in $50 and pay $50 towards your rent. But that's it. And we also give a utility allowance. So if your income is so low, we give you a check each month to help you pay the utilities. And what I'm telling you is across the board. It's not Alabama, Mississippi. The information I'm giving you is across the board. Every state. Now, each state can have what they call an admin plan, where if it's gray in the HUD guidelines it's called the Code of Federal Regulations. If it's gray in the HUD Code of Federal Regulations, HUD says each housing authority can set their own, be more clear in their admin plan, and you have to follow your admin plan. And so there's some things, very few, but there's some things in the Code of Federal Regulations that are just gray. HUD just kind of leaves it up to the housing authority. But the things I'm giving you is across the board, not specific to one housing authority, it's across the board information. So I just want everybody to understand that you can have all these things on Section 8. Yes, we're going to ask you about them, but you have to report them. All we say is just report. If you report it, you're good to go.
You're good.
But you're not required. But you're not required to physically go out there and search for a job.
Correct.
To acquire housing in California.
Correct. As a matter of fact, you don't even have to have a job or income to get Section 8 in California. You just have to apply, and if your name comes up on the waiting list, we call you. You have to go. Everyone, HUD now requires every person who is on the wait list and who gets called. What I mean by getting called is your name comes up on the list. We send you a full application, collect all your information, Social Security card, birth certificates, all that stuff. We do a background check on everybody. Everybody gets a background check because if you're an SA offender, lifetime offender, you can never participate in the program ever. Okay, but we do background checks on every single person. We also put a credit check, not to determine your credit because you don't have to have any credit. The reason why we pull the credit check is to make sure that you've included everything, because some people will have 5 bank accounts but only put down 1. Your credit report is going to show everything you opened up, including your bank accounts.
Wow. My
That's
goodness.
That's something new today.
Informative. I'm telling you, I've learned so much.
Good information.
Very good.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
And
So
there's
that's
a lot of people in the chat that's familiar with what you're saying, and they're saying you are speaking nothing but facts.
Yes.
Thank you for that. Thank you.
You're welcome, my love. Well, hey, after 25 years in doing this, I can do it with my eyes closed.
Yes.
Which is why I'm now I still do Section 8. I'm still there after 25 years. But about 5 years ago, I transferred into real estate. So I'm a real estate agent in California.
Oh, excellent.
Making buku money. You hear me?
Okay.
Hey, well, congratulations on that. That's wonderful. I was about to ask you, you got a little Section 8 spot in Beverly Hills somewhere.
I actually, believe it or not, I actually have a client.
Anything. What can
I actually have a client who exercised what they call portability, which you can move from one state to another or move from one housing authority, who moved to Beverly Hills. Yes, I did about 4 months ago. She sure did.
All right, why not?
She sure did.
Wow.
Now she has a 902. What is it? 90201. What's that?
90210.
Not yet. Now she has that zip code and she's happy as can be.
Wow. I need to find a way to milk the system somehow. For real. Thank you so much, Tree W. And guys, we have like 4 minutes. Anything else? Will we continue to be on watch when it comes to Mr. Martell? The majority feel like something happened. Some are saying that they think that the kids are currently with Martell, and I don't see how that could be. I saw a comment earlier that a lot of people got the weeks mixed up, and it was his week last week. That's why he said on that video, and I will get my kids on Monday. So, I hope all is well. I hope what Anonymous was saying earlier, that hopefully they have basically made them get some help. But if something went down with what we feel like went down, then I'm hoping my girl I wanted her to have full custody before that.
Excuse me, Chit Chat.
Yes, Prosperity.
Isn't that what happened? Isn't that what they allegedly said when Tank got injured? That they were doing that at that time as well.
Yeah, I don't want to bring that up, but at that time they weren't in a custody battle, so they were just.
No, I'm talking about what happened. The actions. It was because of Martell and Ariane were in a altercation, right?
Yep.
Okay, and that's when he was paid to go to get.
Before anybody get too started with that, I'm staying away from that situation with Tank. But yes.
Okay, I was just saying that because I thought that's when he was made to supposedly go get counseling then, but he never did it.
Yeah, but it really wasn't ever proven that she was there in the way that he tried to discuss it and lay it out. He and Tank were playing, and somehow by a table or whatever the case may be. So
right.
It really wasn't proven that Coleslaw was there. But
I apologize. I know you didn't bring it up on your show. I was just trying to. I was getting it right.
Yeah, I'm just trying to stay off the kids. You know what I mean? So no big deal, Prosperity. I just, I'm trying to reel it on in because again, they doing some funny stuff. It wasn't a copyright strike, but it was a video where I played some parts of an episode, but I didn't play the audio with it. So I don't know if you've ever done that, Tay. If you haven't, don't. But yeah, they came back. I put that video up about 2 months ago. And
okay, I ain't gonna never try to do nothing to disrespect your channel. I just did.
Oh no, I'm not saying that at all. No, that's not what I'm saying. I just jumped to a whole new topic.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not saying this. I know you said you don't talk about that on. I'm just saying, that's not my style.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I know. And it's not a big deal because that's been said, all throughout the YouTube streets. It's just for me personally going forward because you guys will be surprised, and I'm sure you all as content creators know, but some of the comments can be a bit much. You know what I mean? And I get that we love Mel, we love those Eminem kids and all of that, but that doesn't mean we're gonna turn this into, you know what I'm saying? That
right.
That's it. So I'm just trying to keep all the kids off limits. But yeah, no big.
Oh, I'm the same way. I don't like when people bring the kids in. I don't care who child it is. Don't bring the kids in because they have nothing to do with nothing. I also want to say your face fits your voice.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Like I said, I'll be going live soon. But yeah, I thought that, I don't want people to think like this girl is a troll and now it's me.
They still gonna say that ain't your face, even when you show your face, because that's how some people are.
I could go to my whole Instagram page. It's me.
I'm just saying, no matter what you do, sis, it's always
something. I get it.
It's always.
But I get it. It is what it is, chat. But chat, I appreciate you guys. We are 3 hours, exactly, to the content creator, Prosperity. Tay, I'm probably gonna go to sleep looking at your video tonight because I'm definitely about to go watch it.
I'm about to see
we had Anthony Lofty's in the chat. We had Drop the Mic in the chat. I'm not sure if there were any other content creators in the chat, but if I missed you,
Nola Reeds that came up on your panel.
Nola, yes, Nola Reeds. Thank you for gracing the panel. And did I see Black Titanic down here today? I'm not sure. But thank you guys, everyone that was on the panel. We had Hannah Grace, Pretty Brown Eyes, Anonymous, Debbie Bunton, Red Ann. Thank you so much. Simply Beautiful. I'm going to give you the floor because you haven't even said anything. Cheryl Howard, again, thank you as well. Just Simply Beautiful. Take us out. Have you been listening?
I don't even have anything to say. I've just been listening to you guys all night as I was coming home.
Oh, thank you. So
can you check the chat?
What do you think? What do you think going on when it comes to Mel Martell's situation?
I think something definitely happened for her to have this extended stay with the kids. Yeah. Something definitely had to have happened, whether it was with Coleslaw or something happened with him and the kids again. Something happened because he was adamant that, I'm going to get my girls today so we can go to that concert. And then on Monday, I'm going to have my kids for 7 days, only for that to come. And you don't have the kids for the 7 days.
Yeah. And you know what? Wasn't that weird how he said that? Simply Beautiful. To me, this really just popped in my mind just now. When he said that, we all thought it was weird because why would you throw that in? But what if the attorneys reached out to, what if he got word through his own attorneys that, hey, they didn't place the call on you and they trying to stop the visitation for the kids or whatever. What if then he then decided to go live with Coleslaw, to debunk?
That makes
Would make
sense.
a lot of sense if he was notified before that live. You know what I
That
mean?
that makes a lot of sense.
Doesn't it?
He's a liar.
Because he thinks, he's smarter than
I
everyone
think it
else.
was after. I think it was
I
after.
think it was after.
Really?
I think when Mel came on that live with her sunglasses on, I think she had her plan in place.
Now, was that after? Oh, that was after.
That was right after his live. She came on smiling with her sunglasses on, with her Gucci glasses. I guess she was Gucci that morning because she probably said, you were talking all that junk on your live, but I got something for you.
And
since you coming to get your kids for them 7 days on Monday.
What kids?
No, you're not.
Exactly. Because my kid's going to be here with me.
But think about that, though, guys. For her to come on right after his live, that means something was already in action. You know what I mean?
Right. Exactly. So that does make sense about what you said, Chit Chat, about
Yes, I believe he was warned somehow and he was grasping for straws. What can I do? Oh, I know what I can do. I can convince her to get on live with me, and we both say this didn't happen. You
want to know something?
Come on with it that quick.
Chit Chat, you want to
know that quick?
You want to know something? I don't think he was warned anything about in regards to Mel. I think he felt like, let's say he did go down to that police station and he was detained. In his mind, there is nothing there's no proof that I was arrested for anything.
Say that.
But now that there's a rumor out that I'm involved with domestic DV, I'm sorry. He needed to stop that narrative because he is in a custody battle.
Yeah.
But if Mel got the heads up that he was detained, he was down there, she could have already put her attorneys in motion that night.
That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
Right. That's exactly what I just said.
I agree.
I don't think he was warned
It was
of
like 8
it.
o'clock in the morning.
I don't think he was warned of it. I think she was moving like she typically does,
And stealth.
strategically.
Got you.
He would have said he can't control himself.
Thank you.
If he would have found that out, he would have
been livid
out on that live. He wouldn't have been able to.
He would have been on her. He would have been at Mel house.
He would have been livid.
It wouldn't have been no lie. It wouldn't have been no lie. The lie would have been we like, well, he might not have been arrested last night.
That does make sense. I honestly, I could see it both ways because it was just so odd. You know what I mean? And it was so out of the ordinary. And I get him trying to dispel rumors, but even with that, Martell has people. He should have PR. He should have whatever.
They will still.
They ain't doing their job.
Not they were still.
Exactly. Ain't nobody dealing with him.
That's
Melanika with the upside down Gucci belt is gone.
No, Melanika said she quit in the summertime because it was too stressful working for him.
I'm sure.
Why wasn't it stressful in the wintertime?
And he busted out and let people know that they did have something going on back in the day.
No, he was wrong.
Her husband told her she couldn't work with that man no more.
Right.
Exactly.
A mess. But let me say this to the chat real quick. If you guys can subscribe to Prosperity, do you have a way of dropping your link in to your channel?
It's not going to let me because I'm not a mod.
Okay. But she's only 74 people away from monetization. So if you guys can go ahead and subscribe to Prosperity.
Yes, go subscribe. You will love it.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, monetize before this season starts. So we
Yes, because it's a lot of shows coming up, and I'm trying to get my check and not just be talking for free this time. Baby, because we know all gonna have a lot to say. Oh my God.
I can't keep up. It's so much. I'm trying to get myself on the schedule, but you gotta have a life too. And, you know what I'm saying? It's hard.
Good thing this escape thing only got 3 more episodes. Because if it was a whole season, just imagine that explosive show with Love and Murder Huntsville, baby. We'd be tired. We would be tired up here.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna jump in at the end with the escape. I did catch one episode, Love and Marriage, DC. I'm sorry, and I wanted to watch because I like Cliff and Joy when they were on Ready to Love. But I can't even get into Love and Marriage, DC.
Wait, I'm from DC and I can't get into it.
That's what I heard.
I
heard
live in
today.
DC and I can't do it. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
really? Yeah, I can't. But yeah, I heard today that is it Ashley? That's
Quick's wife.
They said that they have their mid-season break coming up soon. Then they already have 10 episodes, I guess, already taped, and she's done.
They quitting
so,
too?
A lot of people saying
they're still filming right now.
See, this is why Carlos stays over there with the other people's letters and keep mentioning their letters and not mentioning his own letters. Because if we notice, this man has not promoted DC. He does a review on RH. He was doing reviews on RHOP, and now he's doing Escape. But he did not. There are no reviews on his own show, and that is crazy to me.
I don't think he can give, to try to keep things even.
But just talk about the episode. He don't even do that chit chat.
Right, but he can. He's the executive producer and he's the creator, but he can do what he did with Love and Marriage Huntsville as far as the reunions.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Bring in Dustin.
It's completely over and all of that. So that was perfect with he and Dustin Ross when they did that. So I don't think that as before the show starts, yes, pump up your cast. We didn't see that.
I'm about to say
now, QT, he not bringing Dustin back. Dustin is a mellow meter, and he went against everything Carlos was trying to put out there.
He said he was bringing them back.
Yeah, he had to by popular demand.
Oh yes.
Oh wow! I'm surprised because Dustin was checking him left and right.
But my thing is, he was over there talking about the other letters and telling them who they need to let go and not to have a job. And I'm like, and that they don't give nothing. I'm like, and what does Destiny give us? What have she ever gave us besides the chicken thing which she had with Kimmy? The store gives us nothing. But you talking about somebody need to be gone over there, and then you got Wanda, and then you got told people that they don't have to talk about their lives. If somebody asks them something, just revert to their business. Like, only person working over here is Mel, and I hope when she get the 100th episodes and they get time for syndication, she be like, deuces, let's see if y'all can do this by yourselves. Now y'all gotta talk about y'all and not me.
Oh, they still gonna talk about it.
Thank you, Miss Fan, for subscribing.
Yes, subscribe, guys. Well, guys, we are, I don't know, Anonymous, everybody out of there, so something ain't right. But
I'm gonna watch a video
after the first season. Monique said it wasn't enough money for her, so she was already pretty sitting on a pretty penny anyway. But
it wasn't enough money for her. Her marriage was under complete scrutiny.
Yeah,
I wouldn't let them run me into the ground if they ain't giving me enough to where I could sustain on my own.
Say it.
I'm right there with Monique for good. I'm gonna beside them and do to these pennies, just like she told Andy. This little check.
Yeah.
I mean, like, make me EP or something. Make me EP or something.
May I ask a question before you leave? I looked at Love and Marriage DC because they said they was gonna have a sneak peek of Love and Marriage Huntsville. I never saw the sneak peek. What happened?
They played us. They played us.
Carlos lied. He said. See what I'm talking about? He be lying. I don't even watch them. I was watching to see the sneak peek. I ain't seen one yet.
Wow. He wanted to get those views up. It was probably going to come on this Saturday. I think it's their mid-season finale, right?
Yeah, I think so. But that's terrible. They did that just to get the ratings. Because I realized Sunday, I said, well, I don't see anybody that's made a video about the sneak peek.
I don't know if it ask the people in the chat, can they hear you? Because Pretty Brown, I just said check your IG. She can't hear us.
I can hear her. I mean, chat, can you hear me? I saw her. I saw her message in the chat.
I just wanted to bring to your attention. I know if you had saw it.
But you can hear me,
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, I see it.
I just wanted to make sure.
She's gonna send me something about when is this from? Oh, okay. So this is when the kids were with Uncle Marcus. Thank you. Nice. Yeah, we'll see, guys. Guys, we're on watch when it comes to that. Like I said, it's not like we are rejoicing. But yeah, if that incident went on, then that deserves some rejoicing. And then, like I was saying earlier, we want Mel to have some peace. We want her to be able to move if that's what she want to do. And Martell got it like that. You come see your kids. But I just don't feel like she should have to be stuck. You know, I get that it's the law and this and that, but whatever.
And then she can't even get a divorce. Like,
yeah,
what?
Like she can't change her name. Like, what kind of mess is that?
I mean, yeah, to change the name thing, like that's don't make sense to me.
Well, you know what? To me, for the best interest of the kids, just because the kids' names is whole. I mean, I get it, and naturally, if she gets remarried, she'll change it. But you know, you go up to the school and all that. You're already known as you know.
Right. I just don't get the law. I understand why. I understand your point. I don't understand that law being in place for everybody.
Which is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of women do keep the last name just because of the children. But
right.
I get her.
I think that was her intent, was to keep it for the kids.
Yeah, she was.
Right.
Yeah. I think that was her intent, but after dealing with Martell, I don't blame her. I don't want that name.
Girl, thank you. No reminder.
She was not Tina Turner.
At all. Well, all right, guys. I want to thank you guys so much for joining me. We are at 3 hours and 15 minutes. It's been great. Chat, I always go back and read you all's comments. I do have it where my live replays does not show the chat. That's because some of y'all be woo. I don't know if YouTube can strike me for some of these comments, child. But I think I do have a way of scanning, deleting, and then, you know, because a lot of people like to read the chat as the conversation go on. I know I do. But yeah, they tripping on YouTube. So that's just another level of security. But I thank you guys so much. It's late. I hope you guys have a great night. Prosperity, did you get to your 1,000?
No, not yet. I'm at 9:30 now. Thank you guys. Thank you.
Well, you getting there. You getting there.
Yeah, I appreciate you. Anything.
Stay active. I see. I meant to tell you. I did see your post where you went viral.
Yes, I did. I was surprised.
Yes.
I woke up to it. I was happy. I was like, hold up, that's my name right there.
Right. You should have been right on Twitter. Reposting, reposting.
I was. Believe me, I was.
Okay.
I was Twitter and IG.
With your link. That's why I updated like my little logo, you know, just because the season is approaching on everything. Instagram, TikTok. So, you know, we ready.
TikTok.
Huh? You on TikTok?
A little TikTok.
Baby, TikTok is a rabbit hole. Every time I go over there, I be stuck for 2 or 3 hours.
I used to make a 20-second preview. Let's say, did Martell buy coleslaw a BMW? That's
all. Good with those.
And then I put check out the video on YouTube, and then they'll come over here. So you know, you ain't gotta just like your thumbnails.
That's you're good with that. I gotta give you props. You are good with that. Or did you? I be seeing them on IG, and I be seeing them.
I'm gonna have to make me a little TikTok. I done got on Patreon. Let me get on TikTok.
Yeah, I got a business page TikTok.
There's a lot of followers over there, but like on TikTok and on Instagram, I cut my comments off because you know it's hard enough keeping up with YouTube comments. But you know,
Thank you, Red.
I think I hit like over 1,000 subscribers, followers on Instagram today. You know,
congratulations.
So another way to promote your YouTube channel. You know.
Mm-hmm.
And I see Tay, you on Patreon. We're gonna do that too soon. Hopefully,
right?
We shall see. But chat, yes. But chat, thank you guys so much. I will be dropping some vids to my members. We are going live Thursday. And we're gonna really get it in, discuss what we've discussed so far and more. But thank you again, everyone. Thank you, Cheryl, Red.
Good night.
our Huntsville local historian. I'm gonna go on that. But you on here under red air, so it ain't like they can look for you. Our Huntsville historian, and then we got Simply Beautiful. She is the show's love marriage Huntsville historian. When Tay talk, you guys make sure you're subscribed to Tay. Let me go check out that video. But thank you guys. Say my goodbyes
Hey,
on your way out.
Thank you
Holly
so much
is
for
talking
letting
about
me up,
right
and
now.
thank you for doing my telling the people to subscribe to me. I appreciate you.
Prosperity.
Thank you.
We
Thank
had a
you.
heated debate, girl. So people in the chat was like, calm down.
No, but baby, one thing about us, we are adults, man.
Yes.
Chatting in the IGD, and we are cool.
Mm-hmm.
And anybody that was up here, we can all have differences of opinions, but it's what we do after the difference of opinion that matters. Because we
Right.
are all women, and I am my sister's keeper.
Right.
So,
And I
no.
always say
Amen.
that if you're not on the panel, you don't realize how easy it is to say
Yep.
something with somebody when they talking or whatever. You're just trying to get your point across to
Jump
them.
in.
So,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think the chat realizes that all the time. Sometimes it is buck wild. Don't get me wrong. But it's
Right.
not
But that wasn't this. That was not this.
right. Right.
I would never come on somebody else's platform and start something with. I
Oh
would never do that. So
no.
y'all don't
Okay.
have that would never happen.
She subscribed. No, I know that girl. All
Thank
right,
you, love.
guys.
Tay,
I'm trying to say my
Tay.
goodbyes on the way out. If you did not hit the like button, please hit the like button for me. We were over 1,200 plus. I thank you all for watching. Thank you all who were in the bushes.
The
And
popcorn good.
Tree W, thank you so much, Tree W, for that history on HUD. A
Right.
lot of people that's a part of the program or just heard about it, they confirmed that everything that you were saying was true. So
Mm-hmm.
thank you. And guys, I'm going to scroll up. If you gave me a super chat tonight, thank you so much, Tate. Thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate it, guys. All
Bye.
right. And
Good
I'm going
night,
to
everybody.
Night night.
Good night.
I want some popcorn now.
Night.
Thank you. Good night, panel.
Night night.
Good night. And I'm going to say goodbye to the chat as I go out. Let's see. We're gonna start with Hottie Stuff. Good night. Tanya B, Charmaine H, SKR, Cutie crew member, Desandra Jones. Good night. Patricia. I said it. Now what? Good night. Good night. Miss J, if you are still here. Good night. Good night. Gigi, good night. Brittany Janae. Pretty name. Good night. K Game Changer, Alf MC, Jill Ruff, Dee Dee, D Brown, Erica Fleming, Aku. Aku, good night. All right, guys, let me see if I'm going to continue to. Give me 1 second. All right, and I'm sorry, guys. I was checking one last message. Shirley Ann, good night. Sheila Williams, Peggy, good night. Marva, you hung in here the whole 3+ hours. Thank you. Taya Driver, good night. Jill Ruff, good night. Nola Reeds, I'm not sure if you're still in the chat, but thank you for hitting the link and joining us on the panel. Chris Lynn, good night. Audrey Clark, Gemini, 1958. Thank you for the message too, Gemini. I heard you. I read it. And it's all love. Thank you. Thank you. All right, guys. It is it's almost 1 o'clock in some places. You guys get some rest. I hope you have a great, peaceful night. Pretty Brown Eyes, thank you so much for joining the panel. All right, all right. Caramel Rail play video, but not the audio. That's what I did, and they gave me a copyright. It wasn't like a strike against my channel, but I wasn't playing the audio. So it also depends on if you hold your phone up while you're playing it. It's a lot that goes into it. But yeah, that's what happened. I deleted it. I didn't have to delete the video. I could have trimmed it, but I said whatever. Good night, Tennessee girl. Get a clue. Good night. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Very good conversation. Always. Love you too, Marova. Good night. Nori, love. I didn't miss you. Good night. See, I'm going back up to the top. I just want you guys to know I see the chat. I appreciate you guys. You guys keep the show jumping. My cutie crew represented tonight. Miss J, Juan Davis, Jazzy Jones, Kathy Colbert. Tawana was in the house. Hannah Grace, Patricia T. The cutie crew was in here. Deep. All right, guys. Have a good night. It is 10 o'clock my time, which means midnight Central Standard Time and 1 a.m. Eastern. So get some rest, guys. I will see you guys tomorrow with a couple videos. Don't think I'll be going live. Maybe I'll do something Wednesday because Thursday is for my members. But I appreciate you all. Have a good night. Chat with you soon. Bye. I'll put it back on, Pretty Brown Eyes. I got to go through them now and scan them. So if you're still in here, yeah, I'll have the live chat replay. Once I can go through, remove all the kids' comments and things like that. All right, I am out of here, guys. 3 hours and 25 minutes. Please hit the like button. It's still 601 watching. Hit the like button if you haven't. And I will chat with you guys tomorrow.